What's up? What's up? What's up? Green Dragons, open and live, open bar.
Yo.
G-Man's running it tonight. I just stopped in for a bit, and me and Kev were having such a good conversation. We figured, fuck it, we'll start it early and get this ball rolling.
Yep.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Green Dragon Tavern Chats, and we are back on Open for Business. Thanks for joining us, Stally Stall.
No problem, G.
We're going to have some other people come in. Got a couple of friends that are new to the Dragon. Brother Mikey D and another fella. Tony Tone will be in about an hour. Saints and Saps will come back on. Quasar will be on, hopefully. And we're going to have a good time. Thanks for joining me, gents.
All good, G. All good, G.
Yep. All
but
good.
Hey, Kev, like I was saying, man, this has been a long time coming, and we're just beginning to, see the fruits of their hard labor. Well, no, we've been seeing it for the past 30 years, right? That's what we were talking about.
Right.
We've been watching this country deteriorate slowly for 30 years, In one way, we get more enlightened in some ways, in other ways, backtracking, and now to where we're actually, people are truly talking about how socialism might be a good thing.
See, and that just scares the living bejeebus out of me.
Yeah,
Okay.
we went to war over that.
That's right. Dude, the Berlin Wall only fell in what, 91?
Yeah.
90? So, I mean, okay. It's only been 25 years, folks.
Well, it's mind-boggling when you really start thinking about it. The fact that we fought against socialism, and now at this point everybody's begging for it. Well, what the fuck do you think happened in Soviet Russia? What do you think Germany was? It was social fascism.
Yep.
He got mad at me the other night. I was fucking talking about Putin, how we need to get a similar president like Putin, which I admire. I think he's fucking underrated. I think he's a great leader. I understand he's a president for them and he's not our president. I get it. But I just wish we had someone similar.
Well, I wish we had a strong leader. Yes, I will agree with that.
Yep.
But more of a Teddy Roosevelt than a fucking Putin. Okay? Yep. Fucking Putin, we're in a similar position that in the United States here when we see Putin that the Russians were when Reagan was our president.
Correct.
So
the tides have changed, basically.
Yeah. And we're looking for somebody strong to lead us through a hard time, and that's a dangerous place to be in a country. Very dangerous place to be. Hitler, right? He came in using using the lower classes and the Jews as a scapegoat, but he came in saying the same things that, I'm going to fix everything, a nice, good, strong leader. Right? He didn't listen to the Versailles treaties. He started rearming the German public, which is always a symbol of any country, right? Every country likes their militaristic symbols.
And you like nationalism.
Yes. And we're in a fucking dangerous time right now in this country because we have had such weak leadership for the past 3 decades, really.
Oh, yeah.
That have been selling us down the road for some kind of globalist agenda that nobody wants to admit, but you can see it in this country, like we were talking off air. After the destruction of our manufacturing, so we don't build anything, after the destruction of our energy industry, because supposedly we're not energy independent any longer, like Kevin and I were talking about.
Well, the banks can't wait to go to war, baby. The banks can't wait. The banks are they're slobbering all over the place, dude. They can't wait.
Well, the reason why,
like that shit.
the reason why Wall Street and things like that love war is because you have to destroy. I mean, have you ever seen The Fifth Element? Remember that movie, The Fifth Element, with Bruce Willis?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Do you remember the scene where the guy's in the office with the priest? Right?
Yes,
And he's explaining how destruction brings life, and it brings profit, and it brings having to rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the wars that we've been running for the past 60 years have been for fucking profit. Right? You got to destroy shit so we can come in and rebuild it and make a profit. And you owe us for the shit we broke, and now you owe us for the shit we built. So now you're indebted as a nation to us forever. So we then get to tell you what to do, which is otherwise called the Marshall Plan.
Do we know?
But, we're at the tail end of it. We're on the opposite side. Everybody looks to Putin and goes, ooh, what a strong leader, making our guy look like a dick. Our guy's a dick anyway.
He's making us
we
look
want
like
a strong leader, but I don't want one anything like Putin. Putin's ex-fucking KGB. He's KGB, right? So you don't become ex-KGB unless you're out of the country or shot.
My kind of guy.
So, yeah, but you know what? Not really. Right? We've had somebody just like him. We had the head of the CIA become president.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? George Bush won. Now, because George Bush 2 is such a fucking idiot, everybody forgets George Bush 1. 1,000 points a lie, right? New World Order. He's the first president to actually say that shit.
Yeah.
Like Kevin and I were talking about while you were getting ready for this broadcast about how we, our system is the same as two cheeks of the same ass. Well, they're attached to the same fucked up body, all going in the same direction, just fooling us every time they open their mouth like they fart. And it always stinks whenever any politician opens their mouth, no matter what cheek it's coming out of. Because they're all full of shit. They've been fucking us since the beginning. And, most of us are just waiting. When's it going to happen? Is it going to be me or is it going to be my children? Is it going to be my children or is it going to be my grandchildren that finally say enough is enough? You look to the rest of the world and there's plenty of places that it's taken a long time for them to say enough is enough. But even though we think of ourselves as a young nation, we're not. We're one of the older ones that have been running the same form of government for this long.
Yep.
Let me do a quick shout out. I'm sorry, go ahead, Stoli. No, you go ahead. I'm going to do a shout out after you're done.
Okay, what I was going to say was they're hoping that they get enough generation gap to dumb us down that when it comes to that time, it ain't going to happen.
Yeah, but if it doesn't happen now, right, it'll happen 3 generations ahead because eventually, just like look at Russia. Russia fell, right? Look at all these places that go down for the same reasons, right? We've had a good 260-year run, and even our founders said you're going to have some kind of, the tree of liberty is going to need to be watered with the blood of patriots and traitors.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Patriots and traitors. When you read Jefferson's works and he talks about how, this is our Constitution. You people need to fight and do your own fucking Constitution. They knew that the United States had to be not only protected, but it also had to grow, right? We did have to figure out that blacks were, guess what? Human goddamn beings. They weren't 3/5 of a fucking human being. They're a human being.
Yep.
But they've, like you said, man, the past 30 years they've been dumbing us down. Ever since, after that whole, we laugh now about McCarthyism, and it turns out McCarthy was fucking right. They invaded the fucking, they invaded the goddamn entertainment industry because everybody buys into the propaganda that they see flashing before their fucking eyes. And now the people that were doing it were much smarter and they did it slower, but they got deep into the things they needed to get into. The education system, the entertainment system, and did it in cahoots with the people who were in the military-industrial complex.
I think one of the biggest blows happened in 78 and 79 when they held our hostages for 444 days. That showed the world that you can hurt the U.S. You can twist them in the wind if you want.
Well, and Reagan used it to his advantage, right? He made the back deals, which, nobody admitted until the Iran-Contra affair, right? So they made the back deals, right? And he came out looking like the strong, glorious leader Reagan did, right? So Reagan was the Putin of 30 years ago.
Exactly.
That's why I say I don't want a Putin. I want a Roosevelt, a tough guy, but a smart guy who's got nothing but love for America.
Correct.
Right? Because the piece of shit we have in the fucking White House now seems to have zero love for America. He's the one that says we're not exceptional. He's the one that says this son of a fucking president. You're supposed to be the leader of our people.
He wants to eliminate.
Well, that's why I think they want the
overloaded.
destruction of the United States. I think they want the breakup. I think they want it to, become this fucking, North American Union, right? But they know they're not going to be able to do it without some blood dropping. That's why they keep talking about the fucking, they don't give a shit about gangbangers having guns, but they want yours and mine. There's a fucking reason for it. Because crime will still be going on no matter what happens after they get after they get better control over the sheep. And the reason why crimes, they're showing us, crime's dropping, they keep feeding it to us on a steady stream on the fucking news. Like Kev was talking about how he's tired of hearing bad news all the time.
All the time.
They got to keep that feed. They got to keep that feeding going, right? Because you got to keep the sheep afraid, because then they justify their existence, their very fucking existence. They justify by keeping you afraid.
That's why Trump's going to come in there and clean house. Take us to another level. What do you want? The same fucking cliche? The same motherfucker?
I'm going to tell you something. That motherfucker is a dangerous man, and people put those kind of hopes in him on that. This is where it gets squirrely, right, G? This is how fucking Hitler came into power.
Right.
That kind of thing. Now, Trump's doing it a different way, and I'm not saying Trump's going to be a Hitler, right? But we're at a scary time in our country because we will be willing to give up a lot of fucking freedoms for whatever, either security or keeping our guns or whatever. We'll give up the whole fucking internet and all our privacy if they tell us that you can keep your Second Amendment, but we got to know everything you're doing from every shit and piss you take. And you know what? I know thousands of people right now in the gun community, this 2A community, who can do that in a heartbeat.
Long hair 13 said, "What's up, Neil?"
What's
up, brother dude?
We're at a dangerous time because people are so crying out for. We have such poor leadership in there now that we want a leader, right? So whoever gets in there, it's going to be. They're going to be able to do some fucked up things that we don't even know.
We got nothing to lose with Trump.
Oh, totally.
We got nothing to lose with Trump.
We
what do we got to lose?
Anybody.
He ain't gonna do worse than what this fucking Dumbo fuck is doing. And first of all, you know me, bro. I don't care. Republican, Democrat, you know me, Bill. I don't fucking trust anyone. I don't trust them. I don't trust none of them. None of them. They're all rats.
I know, and I don't trust Hillary any more than I trust Trump. Trump's a fucking gangster.
Right.
What I'm saying and people who say, oh, he's this great businessman. Well, no, you know what? He's not as great, awesome of a businessman as you fucking think. He has no problem with stepping on little people, and he's a straight-up fucking gangster. Okay? If you don't believe me, talk to some Gambinos.
Well, the thing is, if Trump gets in there, he'll have, and I excuse the pun, but he'll have a trump card, and that is, I got nuclear weapons now. If you don't go along with my idea, guess what?
Well, I mean,
that's what I'm afraid of.
Hillary's no better.
Oh yeah, Hillary's just as bad.
Yeah, Hillary's actually. I think Hillary would be worse, right? Because I actually think that you know, we're at a point where we're going to elect our own fucking dictator, right? And we're either going to get Hillary, a hag, fucking horrible dictator who's going to be mean and you know all the evil shit that makes Hitler look funny, you know, and or we're going to get kind of a benevolent dictator out of Trump, right? Because Trump is a showman.
She needs to be behind bars, bro. She
You
needs
know,
to be
so
locked
we're going to
up.
get basically, you know, a fucking smarter version of P.T. Barnum as our goddamn president. You know,
Pretty
so
much.
hopefully he is a benevolent dictator. If that's the way you want to go. Me personally, I want to tear the whole fucking thing down and start it again. But if I keep saying that, right, we're going to end up having the DOJ on us right away.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they just started a new department, right, to come after us.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right, let me do a quick shout out. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and hanging out with us. We got Brother Mule Team 66 and Brother Starling. Thank you guys for hanging out. Habu 308, M. Dembski, Fuzz 48, Mindy Patriot Angel, Tommy Boy 9, what's up, my brother? Linda Cloud is out there. Wingin, what's up, brother? I sent you a link. You got it, buddy. It's in your G class. What's up, Stan? Long 13 here. Cheers, motherfucker. He said, what's up, Mule?
What's up, Long? How you doing, Rich? Stan knows the deal, man. Stan is so fucked up there. I mean, he wasn't in good shape anyway with the fucking last clown. But now they got that. Oh, man, dude. You're in.
Atomic Bulls, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. And Brother JJ and Manda, what's going on?
Yeah, Stan the man. Did you send him a link?
Stan doesn't really come on live no more. He's chilling. He's been hanging out.
Well, no, it's just he's right. He's got the pulse of Canada right now, at least on my feed.
Doze knows he's always welcome. It would be nice to have him in here because we haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, and I'd like to hear face to face his take on what's going to happen up in Canada now.
Oh, me too.
Doze, you heard you. You wanted Doze. I'll send you a link. It's been a long time.
But yeah, I mean, that election went no way anybody could predict that. You know.
Oh, I didn't see it coming. I don't even think Luke saw it coming. If you want to, I kind of want to hear what Luke has to say about it.
Yeah, me too. You know, I'd like to hear my Canadian brothers. I mean, shit, they listen to our bullshit on our elections.
Yep.
Yeah, Luke is. He's been chilling as well. He comes in my daily chats all the time.
And I'd just like to hear their take on it because, you know, if we're going to be the Canadian Union, I want to know who's my other boss. Fuck, if we're going to be the trans, you know, North American Union. And we, you know what? If we become that, please don't let the Mexicans have any say. That was just me being a dick.
What is it, Mex America, Canada? Yeah.
I say we do it in alphabetical order. Americana and Mex. America Exco. Whatever. I don't give a shit. I'm already fucked. I mean, we've been on a list for a while, and now that they came out with this thing, you know, putting our names to it. Anti-government, sovereign citizens, blah, 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 gun owners. You know, they're not fucking around no more.
No.
And here's the thing, you never hear of any fucking government agencies or any of that shit ever going away, right? I mean, hell, they tried to make the fucking domestic terrorist thing go away, and they couldn't.
Well, let's see. Today they shot down not having funding sanctuary cities. You know, so if you can't even do that, who's to say you're going to do anything else? Who's to say even when Trump gets in there, the Republican House and Senate are going to want to work with him?
Then they're going to be fired.
What?
Fire the motherfuckers.
Yeah, he can't.
He can't.
He can fire his cabinet. That's the only thing he can actually fucking fire. He can't fire the Supreme Court. He can't fire Congress. He really can't. He can fire heads of agencies.
Yeah, that's it.
See, that's the way government works, right? So Congress makes the laws. The executive is supposed to be the one that acts on those laws. And the Supreme Court system is supposed to judge those laws whether they are valid against our Constitution or not.
Correct.
Right? And so it's pretty fucking simple. It's not like a complex system. They've made it super complex because the more complex it is, the more you need people like fucking lawyers to tell you how they figured it out, which nobody ever does. If you look at our laws past the Constitution here in the United States, it's easier to misconstrue than the Bible.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's how
you know. Stalin? Look at all that shake and bake you doing over there.
What? Where? What?
Sounds like someone's got bags and they're just shaking bags all around. Like, what are you doing?
That's not me.
No, that's me chewing pumpkin.
Yo, what are you doing?
I'll mute myself. I was chewing pumpkin seeds.
No, you're good. No, you're good. It sounds like you're shuffling over there like you.
No, it's just red bitches. My mic is too far away from my mouth, so now I have it sucked all up so you can fucking hear me, the deaf bastard.
Buzz Fork, where was it?
That's something I miss. I haven't carved a pumpkin in a year to have pumpkin seeds, so.
I gotta get these comments back up.
325, 45 minutes, garlic,
Atomic Bulls.
Salt.
Trump is a Northeast liberal.
Italian seasoning on top of it. Parchment paper, all done. 45 minutes later. Ooh, yummy.
Especially when they're warm. Mm-hmm. Kind of like warm donuts.
Yeah, nothing like warm donuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree, Fuzz. He says I'm up to a 40 million man gun march to D.C. I'll meet you there, brother.
40 million.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's just we've been saying. In some ways, we're saying the same shit every day, for years, and in other ways, it's just new shit coming along. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Up until now, overseas has been pretty. Up until the past year, overseas has been pretty chill. We were more, but now it's anybody's game, right? I mean, the fucking Middle East has been burning for decades, so I don't even count that. But the whole shit with China and fucking Russia and us, and the thing that we don't talk about is Iran is now teaming with Russia, ready to start knocking on Syria's door, and makes you wonder what India and Pakistan are going to do, because they've been rattling their sabers up on the Kashmir border here pretty hot and heavy.
Don't forget Israel.
Well, like I said earlier, Israel don't give a fuck, right? And they look at the picture we have in the fucking White House now, and they know that even though the people of America may have their back, the government of America doesn't.
Right. Well.
And they've been prepared to go it alone since the beginning. I mean, that's why they made their deals with the South Africans to develop nuclear weapons. And that's why they keep the Jericho option open. Like we were talking a little bit earlier, Israel can stand too with any kind of standing army in their area, but if it gets to be too much, say if China came in on the side of the fucking Jordanians or the fucking Syrians or the fucking Lebanese or, any of the fucking Egyptians, say the Egyptians turn, all of a sudden get a bug up their ass and want to go against the Israelis, or the Chinese and the Russians back the Iranians against the Israelis. You don't give a fuck. Israel stand toe-to-toe with any fucking army in their area, but, you get bigger than their army, they'll fucking nuke the shit out of you.
That's what I was going to say. They're going to turn everything around them into glass.
And if you don't think the Jews don't have fucking little pocketbook nukes or fucking suitcase nukes in fucking every major city in the goddamn world, then you're just stupid.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about delivery systems. They don't need ICBMs. They had El Al fucking 20 years ago.
See, the big difference is Israel doesn't broadcast what they could or couldn't do.
No, but I've known a lot of Israelis.
So, same here, and
yeah, and it's just it boggles the mind to watch us on our downward swing. But you know what? Like we were talking about economically earlier about watching a slide start in the late '60s, early '70s.
Yep.
Right, with the closing of the starting of manufacturing decline here in the United States.
Yeah, the steel companies moving or basically going away.
Yeah, and the education system being taken over by communists. Fucking, this is what we get now.
Yep.
Right, real dumbed down populace because, dictators don't want an intelligent populace. They just want a populace that can run whatever few machines are left. Right?
Right.
And even then, they'd rather take, they'll bring in workers from out of country if they need to, no problem. As long as they can control the masses.
Did you hear the Russian pilots over in Syria? I think there was like 2 recent occasions they flew over over our warplanes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so what does Obama order them to do? Stand down.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I mean, of course he's going to stand down. Of course he is.
I saw a good one today, and that was a meme that said, what Putin did in a month took us a year and so many billions of dollars. How are we going to explain where
what
that
they
money
did in 2 weeks? We did it.
Right.
We haven't even done it in a year.
Right.
Well, yeah, but nobody's asking for that explanation here in the United States, dude, except
But
for...
they act like we're fucking doing this and we're doing that. And we're blowing up empty fucking buildings, dude. And it's all propaganda and it's all spin-a-rooney bullshit. I get it. But we've been doing nothing for the last year. What? Fucking the hospital shit? Okay. For the last year. All those buildings...
Wait, that hospital shit is a war crime. Okay? Done on Obama's watch.
Sure.
That's nothing but a straight-up fucking war crime what happened there.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, but is that all part of the plan? And that's where it's funny because Putin, the Russians come in and show us up in a week. But nobody in America is asking any of those questions, so what do we do?
Well, let me ask you this, Mule. Is it more of people are asking questions but no one's paying attention?
Well, it's deliberate not paying attention to people like us, to those who ask those kind of questions. It's deliberate.
That's what I'm saying.
They deliberately, I mean, they say they'll report some of it, right? I mean, that's how we find out that we dropped over 500 tons of fucking munitions to the fucking very people that just bombed. But then they drop the story and they go on to some fucking crackhead, heroin addict, fucking ex-NBA player who fucked a Kardashian once.
Right.
And that becomes a fucking lead story for the rest of the month. How's this guy doing? Oh, I hear he's getting better. Oh, I hear he's getting worse. Oh, his Kardashian slut came out and said, oh, I feel bad for him. Shut the fuck up. He's found in a whorehouse and you know what? Why you didn't let him die? That's the way to go.
Well, I don't know, back to what we're saying, but I don't know why we would interfere with Russia, dude. We don't need to be interfering.
Well, no, we didn't need to let Russia get there, right? We could have, first of all, we should have minded our own business. But what Assad did in his fucking country as the leader of his country was his fucking business. And you know what? what he was doing made his country way more stable than it is now. If we wouldn't have fucked with Assad at all, there wouldn't be 500,000 fucking people fucking invading Europe.
Got that right.
They didn't do that shit when we invaded Iraq.
It's true.
And if he hadn't bailed in Iraq, ISIL wouldn't have fucking Daesh, whatever the fuck you want to call them, wouldn't have come in to fill the vacuum that we left. And they wouldn't, okay, I never thought we should have been in fucking Iraq in the first place, but when we were there, we bought it. We broke it, we bought it.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of it, we looked like a fucking bully the whole time. Iraq was never a threat to us. And again, here's a dictator who kept his fucking people stable. And he was one of the most fucking secular nations in the Arab world.
Same with Libya.
Yeah, same with Syria.
See, it all comes down, and I said this the other night, it all comes down, these countries that we've mentioned don't have central banks.
Yeah.
They're all going to go back to their own currency. They're all going to go back to a gold currency backed whatever. And bankers don't like that. Bankers want debt. Bankers want you to become slaves. It's a vicious circle, and I'm tired of it.
I'm going to go mobile real quick. I'm going to jump on with my kid.
What happened to G?
He had to do something mobile with his kid.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's why, like, me and when I first jumped on with Kev, about after the highs and everything, we started getting deep into it, and I was like, gee, turn it on.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to have the conversation, you might as well have it on, especially this kind of thing, you might as well have it online. You know? If you're going to run a dragon, might as well do it then.
Yeah. Because I just...
So I'm going to take a quick look out in the chat room now that G took a break. And let me see if anybody's got any questions or anything. Mark shared some videos down there on there. Pretty good. Good. Mr. M&P. Oh, yeah, they're talking about that Million Man March and stuff. And how Koresh talked about doing one, and then all of a sudden he gets busted, right?
Yep.
Just for even saying it. And nobody showed up. Everybody ridiculed him, you know? That's the fucked up part. Everybody ridiculed the dude, and he was right. But there was no way in hell and you know what? And it's the whole pussification of America, right? So the other day online, any of you know, me and G Webbs are friends. He's sharing something on his Instagram or whatever, right, about how, and he asked a question, you know, because you know how people put bumper stickers on their cars. I have a shit ton of them on mine that are all anti-government, right? I mean, I have a hangman on the back of my pickup truck that says government.
I saw that.
Right? So I already know I'm fucked if the DOD decides to look. Right? But G was asking, and this is a different G, that's why I pointed out. G Webbs was asking, you know, should more people be putting up, be showing where they stand, or do you know, not, right? Or should you just hide it? Should everybody be, you know, on the down low at this point? And I can't be on the down low anymore. Been on the down low for too long. And the down low has gotten us to where we are. People not speaking out, people not affecting change has gotten us to where we are now, to where we may be past the point of no return.
Oh, Neil, you know, I've heard you say it. We're past the point of no return.
Yeah, I think so. I believe that to be true. I think the only way to fix this is to tear it down and start anew. I think the bones are still good. The base, foundation is good. Foundation is great. But the building's gone. You need to tear it down and rebuild something right on that same foundation.
Yep.
And I think maybe it's going to be smaller. I don't know what's going to happen. You know, I'm not fucking Kreskin. I wish I was.
Yeah. I just feel that. I feel that. I don't know about you, but I know the state of Indiana. At least we try to fight back a little bit. Not as much as I'd like to see us fight back against Washington, but you know, states lost their sovereignty. They don't have the pushback that they did back in the 60s and 70s. It's gone. And
well, because everybody takes too much federal dollar, right? So they've all come. It's the greed factor, the money changers in the temple. You know what I mean? They need to be beaten out of it, right? And that's the only thing I agree with some of the progressives about is you have to get money out of politics.
Yeah.
That I agree with. That's the only place that we have common ground with dudes like Cenk Uygur, or at least I do.
Yeah.
Right? The only place I've found where I have common ground with this dude is money needs to be out of politics. Because money is a corrupter of everything. Because money equals power. Power corrupts. It just can't help itself.
Yeah.
You give somebody power over another human being, and they're going to do shit with it that they know they shouldn't do. But,
I don't know, man.
Yeah, Illinois, no. We're broke as fuck. We're so broke we can't pay out any more than a $600 scratch-off lottery ticket.
Yeah. How's that working out for you? I mean, geez.
Yeah.
Has lottery sales dropped off dramatically in the state?
According to my guy at my cigarette shop, it has. Everything but the big ones, right? The Powerball and Mega. Because I was curious about that, too. So I asked my local guy, you know. And he told me, he said, yeah, everything else, scratchers, if anybody wins anything over X amount, he's not paying out. So if they are playing it and they win it, they're just keeping them. But yeah, my state's so broke, it's not even funny. G's back. What's up, G?
Yes, sir. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem.
If anybody wants a link, I'm going to send out a few links here. I told a lot of people we're not going to start till 10:30, but
Yeah.
it'll be all right.
Well, we just keep going. We just keep it going that long, right?
Absolutely. Oh, it's early. We got Mr. Tactical Tony Tone going to be here soon. Boy, it is getting cold out here, man. It's like
Really?
30 fucking degrees outside. Hell yeah.
Dude, it's like 65 right now. It's been...
Oh, that's been nice.
We've been going through Indian summer here, and it's been fucking awesome.
Yep. Same here.
80-degree days, beautiful 70-degree, 60-degree nights. You know, maybe deep in the morning it gets down to about 45, maybe.
Let me see.
But a beautiful fall. I'm enjoying the shit out of it, you know?
Did you get that message from Stinger a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, about Byron.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a quick shout-out then, if you don't mind, G.
No, please do.
I'm going to ask everybody if they could keep Byron, Kansas Hillbilly Prepper, up in their prayers.
Mm-hmm.
He's back in the hospital. He broke his ankle. And so he just needs your prayers. He's got no internet connection in the hospital. He's going to be there for a while. I think he's in traction or something. And so just keep him up in your prayers. And he knows we all, you know, when the dragon's open, he's part of it. So.
Yep.
And also keep Sting up in your prayers. You know, Sting's everybody's going through the struggle, right? Everybody's in the struggle.
Sure.
Yeah.
Everybody's in different levels of it, but most of the people that have drifted away from the dragon didn't do so because they don't like talking to everybody. They just other things get in the way. Like Reb. Reb started his own business. He's got He's got multiple irons in the fire. You know,
Yeah, he's busy
and if
as
anybody
shit.
wants to buy anything from Reb, go up to rebelsolutionsdesigns.com, and he has a website out there, and he's doing these really cool paintball face masks he's painting right now. He's getting into T-shirts. He's been doing really well making stencils for firearms, and he still does do the decals, but he's kind of getting off of that. Unless you guys want to go buy decals, go to his website, buy a decal.
Yeah, he stays busy, man. He stays busy.
But he's got a lot of irons in the fire. That's why, and some people have to take breaks. Right? That's why Tony and G have been so valuable, and the new bartenders, Quasar Nugs and Saints and Sappers, are so valuable because, like anything like this, you got to bring new blood in, and if we want to keep it going, and it looks like it's going to be needed for the future more than it has been in the past couple of months. And even though it's been very needed then too, but it looks like the need for something like this is just going to continue to grow.
Amen.
So, and maybe if life hands me some cherries here instead of just the pits for a while, can do some steadier work on the dragon, but right now I just can't. So G and Tony have been doing it, and that's why you guys got to share the love with them too. Any questions out there, G?
Let me go back to it. I just sent out some links. Let me go to the external.
Well,
Yeah, I appreciate Brother Mule and Reb and Tony Tone for taking me in. I've been hanging with y'all for a couple of years, Brother Sting and Reb and the whole crew. It feels like I'm just in my living room, like I told Mule. Just like when I'm in the 5%, I feel like I'm in my living room. But Mule, you've always given me the freedom to do what I want and say what I want, and there's never been no friction. And, I appreciate you being loyal, like everyone else. Sap and Nugs and Tony and 10 Round and Tack and the whole crew.
Well, it's funny. The
For
Green
being
Dragon's
loyal,
always been a soapbox.
because I'm going through some tough times right now, and people know what's going on, and I don't mind talking about it. I keep my shit out there. I don't mind. That's just who I am. I wear my emotions on my sleeve, and I tell you what the fuck is up. And my game has been a little rattled because the bitch fucking left, took my kids on a school night, midnight, took them out at midnight, rolled the fuck out. I haven't seen my kids, my 7-year-old, in a week.
Damn.
Money's root of all evil. I'll tell you that shit right now. And it's fucked up, dude, because it's really true. The longer you're with someone, you just split. We were like oil and fucking Kool-Aid. We were like lemonade and fucking molasses. It just never fucking worked. Constantly bitching. My lord. That's why I got 2 or 3 fucking grays in my fucking head because of that bitch. Never fucking happy. Never fucking happy. You give somebody an inch and they want miles. I take the bitch to fucking 2 cruises. Fucking Jamaica. And how long, Mule? 2 years? Who the fuck takes 2 cruises and goes to Jamaica in 2 years?
Shit, I think it was less than that.
Year and a half, whatever.
Like a year and a half. You were doing it every 6 months there for a while.
When the money was rolling, everybody was happy. 6 years straight, 7 years straight. Big G fell off for a couple of years, you know what I mean? Shit got backed up. The sun's yellow, my bad. This fucking problem, my bad. And you know, Stolly, when we were talking private, it was just me and you were saying to me, you know, and I'm not trying to make this a Dr. Phil session, but it is what it is. You're like, you know, it's important to have date nights with your girl, yada yada. Well, every time that would fucking happen, all you heard about was the bill, this and that, and it wasn't going out to have a good time. It was to go out and fucking be a punching bag for someone.
Well,
You know,
no.
and that shit got old. I feel, dude, God has a plan. You know, and that's why Tony Tone and I and get along so well. Because we put our shit out there, and it is what it is. That's just how we are. You know, I don't care. I spoke about it before. People are like, oh, gee, don't throw your shit out there. Who cares? It is what it is. Maybe someone can learn. Maybe someone can learn from it.
Well, and I've said this before, and I've said it in the 5%, and I've said it in private chats.
I learn from you, Stolly, every day.
I thank God we have this medium to be able to have friends to talk to about this shit.
Yeah, man. Like I was telling you, dude, fucking if it wasn't for fucking tactical tone, fucking Sap, Nugs, Mario, 10 Round, J Watt, they were on the phone with me till fucking 8 in the morning, dude. 8 in the morning. Who the fuck does that? And they say YouTube and G Plus is bullshit and there's no, you know, people should always say, oh, who you talking to? Your fucking make-believe friends. Bitch, you have no idea, man. When they say you can't find real friends on here or these are fucking made up whatever, that's bullshit, man.
It is.
Because I got fucking real motherfuckers on here that I can trust, and I have closer relationships with people on here than my personal life. Other than that, I got one best friend that's been there since day one, and I know fucking thousands of people, but still, just because you know fucking thousands of people doesn't mean shit. You know, I can't get over, you know, that night, and it taught me, dude, there's some real fucking cool people on here that I can seriously say that they're my friends. And there's good people on here on YouTube and G Plus. And that's why I come on, you know, so I can learn from motherfuckers and just be real and just, you know, talk to somebody that fucking gives a fuck.
Well,
that's not yelling and screaming in your ear and fucking yada yada yada, you know.
But that's good for any relationship, right? Everybody needs, any relationship you have, you need to be able to bitch about that person, not directly to that person or to anybody that's going to send that information back, right? That's what bitch sessions are about. You're just getting it out. You're not actually, you know, well, we all know what bitch sessions are about. You'll say shit you don't fucking mean in the world just to be able to say it.
Yep. Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to get it off your chest and forget about it.
Yeah. Or figure out a way around. You know, it's going to help you run through the process. Excuse me.
Well, that's why I said I'm glad we have this, because I have a lot of friends on here, a ton. And I don't know.
God has a plan for all of us.
Totally.
He's got a plan, dude. Everything happens for a reason.
That's right. No such thing as coincidence.
I'm not going to sit around here and fucking lick my chops and fucking cry like fucking old Yeller and, you know, you got to overcome it and live your life and take care of the boys and be happy, you know, and that's what life is all about. Life is too short for the drama. And that's why I try to eliminate drama. Just like, you know, people know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to put it out there.
Well, that's why international drama is kind of fun, because it helps us not think of our personal drama.
Right. Well, I'm talking about my crew's drama, and fucking sometimes we all have dramas and we all fight. Sometimes you got to ask yourself, is it really worth it? Like, is it really worth the time, the negative energy that you got to put into a situation that is just bad from just the get-go. Just bad. Leave it alone. If people could just leave alone dumb shit and not worry about fucking this and that and yada yada and just live free, dude. Live free and just live your life and be happy and I don't know.
That's hard for some people, dude. Some people derive
Oh,
happiness from other people's misery.
you telling
Oh
me?
yeah.
You're telling me misery loves company, Jeff. Shit.
You know, and
Misery loves company. Believe me. With her and her mom, it's like fucking what's her name? It's like watching the fucking View. With her and her fucking aunt and her fucking mom and rah. Oh, you can't believe this. You can't believe that. Go fucking to TMZ, bitch. Go sell your stories there, motherfucker. At least let me get paid off the shit. Let me get some money off your fucking stories. God bless him. You want to paint a motherfucker like he's Charles Manson?
hey, you serial killer. Let me ask you a question. What do you think of this kid moving to Qatar? Bomb kid.
Kid moving at what? Say again?
You know the clock bomb kid, the kid with the clock that.
Yeah. We talked.
This,
that ain't no
this
fucking
isn't
clock.
really a bomb clock until you see it and you go, yeah,
Oh,
it's a
we
fucking
saw it
bomb.
together. We were in the chat. That ain't no clock.
Right. Well, it turns out the kid is leaving. Him and his family are going to leave the United States, and they're moving to the Middle East.
They're moving to the Middle East. Well, I hope they fucking blow up their passports. I hope they blow up their motherfuckers. They're all fucking tallies. They're all tallies.
Well, it's funny because he met with the leader of Sudan, right?
Oh.
Who is, like third in the world behind fucking Saudi Arabia in human rights violations, right? And met with him, and I guess they were going to put this kid and his family through school in Qatar, which is another one of the United Arab Emirates, right? So he's going to go to the Middle East, and here he knows how to make a bomb. So I guess now he's going to be able to make a nuclear fucking suicide bomb or something after he's done with school.
He didn't make no fucking clock.
No, he didn't. He didn't take apart a clock and put it together to make it anything other than he did. If you look at it from a marketing point of view, he won.
Oh yeah, he won.
His family won. I mean, first they meet with with a horrible human rights violator, and then they meet with Obama, another horrible human rights violator.
Yeah.
And and now he's going to move to Qatar and get a full scholarship ride because he wasn't as smart as he liked to play. They were like, oh, he invented it. This kid's a genius. No.
Yeah.
He took apart a clock from the 80s that he got, a fucking Radio Shack clock that he got in a goddamn Goodwill store.
Yep.
Yeah, that wasn't no clock, dude.
Well, that was like one of the greatest cons, but see, our media love to buy into those kind of cons because they distract us from the shit that's really going on. Just like this crackhead fucking NBA guy, right? So there's important shit going on. Well, rather than talk about the important shit going on, we need to distract the masses with this stupid shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And this kid and his family, you got to give them credit. They took full advantage of it.
Oh, yeah, they ran with it. There's no... You know as well as I do, guys, if some Midwestern farm boy did the same thing, he and his family would have been persecuted to the nth degree in the law.
Yeah, he'd be a domestic terrorist.
Totally.
Right, but the fact that it was, this kid, I don't even know what he is, Muslim kid from fucking Texas?
Something like that.
And
everything ain't propaganda, MNP.
He won the propaganda for the week, right? He won.
Propaganda. I'm so sick and tired of hearing that fucking word.
Yeah, I hear you. Except for the fact that... Yeah, I hate, it's the best word for it because we're lied to on a continuous basis, G. Lied to.
Yeah.
Right, and the shitty thing is to get real news in the United States anymore, you have to look outside of it.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to look at our enemies to give us any real news in here in the United States. It used to be we could even look to some friends. The Brits used to give clean news, and so do the Canadians. Not anymore. They're in the same. They're all in the same fucking propaganda cycle, right? And I don't read fucking French, so.
I don't need.
But you're not going to hear
MMP got a
clean news
question
here in
for
the
you.
U.S.
MMP had a question for you, Neil. Something about
Well, I think he answered it.
oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What they
Oh,
did with
where
a
did all
lot
the
of
money go?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, 4 out of 5 of the last governors have been locked up, prison for corruption and shit. So what they do? They snorted it all up, man. They just fucking, like a cokehead in their 70s,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Snort it until your heart blows up, And the fucked up thing about it, right? The fucked up thing about it is I read, because I'm from here, so I read the newspapers and shit, and they all bitch at fucking the new guy in there. He's been in there he's been in there 7 months, 8 months, 10 months. He's been in there 10 months, right? And the fucking state was broke long before he got there, and he's trying to deal with it like a businessman would, by cutting fat, by not paying bills, by shutting down the fucking signing rights for the lotto, whatever. He's doing whatever the fuck it takes to pay some bills in this fucking state, and everybody's blaming him. The fucking dude's 10 months in. You really think he's affecting change, and nobody likes it because they don't really want the change. They don't want to pay their bills. They don't want to have to not have all their fancy shit while they pay their bills.
Well, it's kind of like the governor in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And they contested him. So, people don't like the truth. They don't. Boy. They just, and that's something else I think. If Trump gets in as a president, he's going to have to do some things that people are not going to like. And it's going to affect. It's going to affect a lot of
Nobody
things.
likes change, Stolly. Nobody likes change.
What I'm saying is he's going to come in and he's going to start cutting some heads, and that's why I said I don't see whatever he wants to do. I do not see Congress bowing to him for anything, Republican and or Democrat. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, because seriously, no matter. Even though I hate this guy, I'm not a big Trump fan. Right? I know he's a fucking gangster. I fucking know he's a gangster.
I love him.
Right?
Team
But
Trump, baby.
he is practical in a lot of ways. I mean, that's why he had no problem with going bankrupt on a few of his fucking casinos and business.
People are listening to him, yo. People are fucking listening to him.
Well, because he's saying that everyone here. We just had the current guy in office is telling us how we're not exceptional, and yet here's Trump coming up and saying, yes, we are, let's make America great again. That's things that people want to hear.
Yeah.
He's saying the words. I don't trust the fucker, but I don't trust anybody. He's saying the fucking words, though. He's making, and that's why I find him, I see it very dangerous, because each side is pandering fully to their wing of that same ass. That ass. You got Bernie talking about taking all the fucking money from the rich and cashing it out to the poor, right? Like he's fucking, like he's some kind of Robin Hood, which Robin Hood stole from the government back in the day. But,
I mean, he's saying all the right things, and they all say the right things. But I'm just saying, in the last 40 years, it's been the same shit. It's been the same fucking people, just with different names. Fucking Trump, he's saying the right things and he's grabbing people's attention, and I just think that he cares. And I think that before, yeah, maybe it was a show, yada, yada, yada. But the guy's toned down. He's toned down his shit. And he's fucking speaking the truth, and he's fucking saying the right shit. And I'm just saying, dude, what do we have to lose with Trump? The what? Fucking, jobs are gonna go up? I mean, that's the first thing you're gonna see.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll let you know in a year.
Hey,
We're still a year out, right? This thing's, it's not even November 2015, and we're talking about shit that's going to be changing in November 2016.
Yep.
right. I know.
You know, so is Trump, for whatever Trump decides to do, I don't care. He's brought, like you said, he's saying the things that people want and maybe need to hear.
Right.
You know, and that's why I think if the election were today, Trump might win today.
Well, it's 1979 all over again.
Huh?
It's 1979 all over again.
Well, no, it's even worse than that, man.
Yeah, I agree with what
It's
you're saying.
1932 all over again in a different country.
Right.
Right? So we just got to figure out who the fuck Hitler is, because they both have those. You can see the megalomatic tendencies of both of them.
Oh, yeah.
The forerunners, all three of the forerunners, let's say, right? Because we don't know who's a forerunner to Trump. People talk about Carson. No, Carson's a second fiddle. You know, Carson's not a leader.
Fuck
No.
Fuck
He
no.
just doesn't have that personality to lead. Listening to the guy talk puts me to sleep.
No, he's not fucking leader. That's for sure. That's for sure.
But for the three forerunners of this period of time, you have three megalomaniacal maniacs up there. Right? You got a businessman who nobody knows what his motives are. You got a New World Order woman up there. And then you got a socialist radical Bernie Sanders up there who's going to give the rest of the fucking country away and turn this into a fucking Venezuelan paradise.
Man,
Yep.
fuck Sanders. Fuck Sanders.
No, you're right. You're exactly right.
Telling you, go with Trump, man. Go with Trump.
See, and that's why I said it's like 1979 all over again.
I go with Sam Adams. I go with Jefferson. I go with Hamilton. I think we need to tear it down and start it again. Ain't nobody up there been representing me at all my fucking lifelong day. I'm 49 years old, and nobody has represented me in the 49 fucking years I've been alive on this planet, and we're born into this country. And it's not gotten better, it's gotten worse. So I'm not backing nobody. I want them all fucking gone. I want us to start this thing anew.
Well, that would be the ideal. That would be the best thing. But we know that ain't gonna happen.
I don't know that's not going to happen, and I push for it. Every time I come online, I push for it. I'm one of those anti-government assholes everybody talks about.
Oh, I know. We've been talking about this for 2 years, Neil. I agree.
Yeah, and it's not that I'm anti-government. I'm not one of those people that don't believe there's any place for government in the world. No, there's places for it, but it needs to be controlled by the people.
Right. We're not anarchists.
So to say I'm anti-government, no. I'm anti the fucking current administration in the United States government at this point, yes, because it doesn't represent the people of the United States any longer.
Yeah,
and like I said, it hasn't represented it. I have not seen representation of the people in my whole fucking lifetime.
That's true shit.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that too.
That's true shit.
Yep.
It's all about the law. It's all about the dollar. It's all about the fucking...
It's all about the dollar. It's nothing about the law. I mean, we were talking a little bit earlier, right, how they voted down defunding sanctuary cities. Yeah, but
Right.
Sanctuary cities are breaking federal law, and yet we're going to use federal funds to fund them breaking federal law. So why the fuck should I follow any laws people say?
Well, they'll kill you over the law, man. They don't care if you're right or wrong. It's the law.
No, because the only real law that matters is the law of the gun, right?
Huh.
I mean, when you really come down to think about it, every law that they fucking write down is backed up with a gun or somebody with a gun that's going to enforce it.
Correct.
You know, and these motherfuckers will write a law that they'll break before the fucking ink's dry.
Yep. Yeah, they don't care.
So yet everybody tells me that, oh, you need to be a law-abiding gun owner. No, I'm just a Second Amendment follower. I don't give a fuck what your laws say.
10-4.
Because all the laws, you don't follow the fucking laws. Why should I? Oh, but that's written down law, Obamacare or whatever. Yeah, but you know what? Saying, you know, it's illegal to have immigrants cross our borders without coming through the fucking paperwork of the United States.
Sure.
So which law breaking is worse? If you break, you know, it's like, I don't understand anybody's concepts of it. Because if it's the law and you break it, then you're doing something illegal and you're a criminal and you should be punished, right? And when you put it to people like that, they say, yeah, until you bring up other points. Okay, good. I'm glad we all agree on that. So then we need to arrest all the illegals in the country and deport them like Eisenhower did in the 50s.
Close their eyes, brother. They close their eyes, man.
But they go, no, that's not true. They're not really illegal. They're migrants. They kind of try and come up with other fucking bullshit for it. Fuck you, it's illegal. Guess what? I've been knowingly breaking laws my whole fucking life, knowing the consequences that if I get caught for breaking these stupid people's fucking stupid laws, I was going to get my freedom snatched from me. But I still broke those fucking laws knowing what I was getting into. These people jump this border knowing what they're fucking getting into. The federal government breaks the laws that they write knowing what they're getting into. They just expect the sheep to be sheep, not pay attention to the fucking wolves surrounding them. And you know what? They're fucking right. They got a way better read on the American people than I do. I mean, you think about it, right? So Hillary comes out during the debates and talks about fucking implementing some kind of fucking Australian-style gun snatch. And what happens the next day? The story breaks. This guy's fucking stubbed his toe. Because they don't want the media to talk about it, because they don't want it to end up in the zeitgeist of the United States that Hillary actually is talking about confiscating guns. Yes. All the things that people have been saying for years, the shit the NRA has been saying for years, the shit that all us people who understand what the Second Amendment's really about have been saying for years, they really want to do it, and they're coming out more and more, just admitting it. That's what they want to do.
Well, they look out for her, you know. That's what they want. They already got her name on the seat.
Well, because she's owned by them, G.
She should be fucking trial. She should be fucking put away. But she's not.
Dude, she's been bought and paid for since she worked on the fucking council to impeach fucking Nixon.
Absolutely. Yep. And you thought the Watergate was bad.
Oh. Well.
Just like we can go fucking talk about fucking Obama's ass. He shouldn't even be there. I don't know how in the fuck he got there, but he shouldn't have never been there.
Well, you got fucking ambassadors at, you know, it's funny, in the UN, you got ambassadors in the UN talking to the U.S. ambassador and asking him if he's mentally ill. You know, you got the deal with Iran. That Iran, you know, the Iranian parliament did not pass any more than we would have, right? Our fucking Congress got bullied into it by fucking rhinos, right, to pass that bullshit deal with fucking Iran, and the deal didn't even pass fucking the Iranian fucking shit. Man,
are we the only ones that are pushing for that?
I don't even know if anybody's pushing for it now. They have so many fucking irons in the fire, right? I mean, the whole TPP thing, right? So TPP finally got pushed through here in the United States. They were able to sign off on it or whatever. And then all the rest of the countries involved started backing away. Wait a minute. Now we get to read this a little better, and we might not like it. So everybody's punking America right now. Everybody's fucking punking America.
Well, look what's going on, man. They're fucking...
Yeah, but
they're getting exposed, They're getting exposed.
Well, that's what happens to bullies, right? So our government has been, in our name, bullying the rest of the world, right? So being we've been the bully, now that somebody's poked the bully and he said, ow, everybody's going to come poke him, right? Nobody's going to put up with the bully shit no more, right? And at one
Well, that's
time,
what they like to do.
the
They
rest of
like
the world looked up
it.
to us and loved us,
They
right?
like to kick you when you're down. That's what they do. They
Oh, for
kick you when
sure.
you're down.
For sure. And they're going to be kicking all the way.
And it's easy to. That's why. It's easy.
Well, and it's easy to, right now, it's easy to punk us on the fucking world stage. I mean, look, we got Lurch and fucking, Obama. Right? So you got Cowardly Carrie, the fucking cowardly lion from the goddamn Wizard of Oz. Motherfucker looked defeated the first time he walked onto the fucking stage with, goddamn, the Winter Soldier Project in the 60s. He was coming out talking the defeatist attitude then.
yeah.
Motherfucker's never changed. This whole time he was in Congress, the whole time when he ended up in the Senate after Moynihan.
Once a social radical, always a social radical.
Yeah, and a defeatist, and wanting to see the greatness of America destroyed.
Well, everything that everybody was afraid of in the 60s is what's happening now.
What's up, Mario?
Yo, what's going on, guys? Good evening.
What's going on, Mario?
Yo, what's up, man? What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight?
Good, man. I'm glad you can join, bro.
Man, what are you guys talking about today, man?
Anything and everything.
Well, you guys, I don't know if you guys heard of the news. We got some crazy ass. I live in California, by the way. And
dude, we haven't touched that one yet. Yeah.
Dude, we got some crazy shit going on over here, guys. The lieutenant governor is proposing a fucking background checks for ammo and shit.
Oh yeah, I was talking to Tim Brown about that.
So, in reality, see, this already had been going on with fucking, De Leon, who's that guy with calling the fucking AR-15 a ghost gun. You guys remember that douchebag?
Yeah.
Well, he's the one that started the whole bullshit, right? But now, since the whole thing, yes, no, it wasn't Lee. It was
remember that dude from San Francisco that got busted?
Oscar. His name is Oscar De Leon. Is what his name is.
Yeah, that's the guy with the ghost gun. But wasn't the co-signer of that original bill for the background check of ammo? Wasn't Yang Lee also one of the co-signers?
Yes,
the fucking
he was.
Dude that was running guns.
Yes, Mr. fucking conspirator all the way there, man.
Yeah, and they were all butthole buddies with this fucking lieutenant governor who used to be mayor of San Francisco, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and see the problem that we have with this is that they're trying to put this shit on the ballot, and the problem that we have with this is that look, fucking liberals overnumber fucking conservatives here in the state, man. So unfortunately, I don't see these fucking things being stopped, and the only way that I can see is if the NRA really takes some serious drastic action. But in reality, man, and I think who was it? The Daily Shooter talked about this. He said, look, man, people say, well, why does that matter to me? I live in fucking Kentucky or whatever the case may be. But then you guys need to start to understand that we have a lot of other liberal states, such as Illinois, such as New York, such as Connecticut, who they see that shit, they're going to be like, yeah, we could do that too. And, you got these other borderline fucking states like Michigan and Minnesota, and it's kind of one of those things that, we really have to pay attention to this shit because it's starting to get crazy, man.
Well, it's the old saying. It's the old saying, what goes in California goes across the country.
And unfortunately, that's the way it is, man. We always seem to be the guinea pig for fucking everything else that's going on in this world, man. And it really pisses me off because, to be honest with you, man, as soon as 2020 hits, I'm out this bitch. I don't give a fuck, they're stupid because they don't stop and think about it. Let's say, for instance, this law passes, man. Well, what do you think? You think people are not gonna go and get fucking ammo? They're not gonna go and do it the traditional way. All you're doing is creating a black market for ammo.
Oh, for
Yep.
You know what
sure.
I'm
That's
saying?
getting outrageous, dude. That's
It
getting
is.
outrageous.
It
And
is.
you know
You
what?
know.
It'll be a good job rolling from fucking Arizona to California.
Yep.
You know what? And then you're gonna start seeing all this massive fucking California plates going over there and fucking buying ammo, and then all of a sudden the CHP is gonna want to start stopping people because they're like, hey, you're coming from Arizona, you know, whatever the case may be.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? And then
Control
and
and no
then what is it?
control.
And then what does it become? It becomes profiling, right? Oh, it's just
It's
because
all
I
about
come from.
control, Mario. They want to control us. They want total control. That's what they want, bro.
Yeah, but you know what, dude? The thing about this is that, you know, a lot of us have been kind of keeping quiet in the woodworks, and we all know this. All the conservatives have been
Right.
quiet, have been putting up with fucking Obama shit for years and years and years. A lot of us are
Right.
not saying much, man. But you know what? To be honest with you, man, do you really want to start a revolution?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes revolutions are healthy for countries, man, but in reality, the way things are going right now, it's not really beneficial to us because you think about it. You got Russia that's fucking acting up. You know, you got a very
Remember,
unstable Middle East.
Russia went through a
I think
revolution
Russia's doing a
in the
good
middle of
job.
a world war.
Oh
Right?
yeah, most
If,
definitely.
if we
But
go
see,
through, if we had our own problems and we started dealing with it in the way I would like it to be dealt with, I
hmm
think the rest of the world would back the fuck up and let us do it, leave us to our own devices.
yeah,
Oh, they
most
would take
definitely,
care.
man.
They would snatch up any interests we had overseas, right? So
hmm
any bases we had overseas, any things that we supported overseas that weren't
Yeah.
multinational corporation shit,
hmm
other countries would snatch up, no doubt.
No doubt.
They would
No
leave
doubt.
us to burn, right? To
And,
figure out what the just like we left, just like the whole world left Russia when during the Bolshevik Revolution, left them to
Yep.
burn.
yeah.
They'll see what happens once the fire happens, see what dross falls off, and if the silver comes out the other side.
Yeah. But you know, it just, you know, and I was talking to a good friend of mine, and they were talking about this whole thing that happened in Oregon, and you know how it's become a trend with all these school shootings and all this shit. But in reality, man, you know the way I think about it, I think our society is so pussified, man. Because think about
Oh,
it, when you and I got our asses kicked by bullies, what did we do? We either kicked our ass or we fucking found a way to fucking go around them, right? What do these motherfuckers do? They want to get a gun and make a statement like that dumb motherfucker in Santa Barbara because he couldn't get laid. He went and killed a bunch of people in Santa Barbara, and you see Santa Barbara, and then you got this other fucking douchebag who's got uh, some sort of agenda and decided to kill those people in Oregon. I mean, it's stupid, and what really pisses me off is that you got the right wing media that just continues to glorify these motherfuckers, you know. And what does that really tell the next motherfucker that sees that shit?
Well,
Oh
it's
man, you
the
know
whole
what? If I
media, right? The whole media sat out there. I mean, these guys get on, and we've been saying it for years. You've probably thought it for years yourself that we
Mhm.
shouldn't talk about these people. But
Exactly,
you know,
man. All you're
I didn't
doing is
know.
making motherfuckers become great. And you know what? This is I don't give a fuck what people say. This is homegrown terrorists at its finest right there, people. And that's what it is. That's exactly what it should be called. But they don't want to call it that because they're it's the boy next door that just killed a bunch of people.
Well, no, not only that, they don't want to admit it because of the part of the reasons for it, right? Not
hmm
only it's a mental health issue, but it's also a drug issue. Big Pharma, no way in fucking hell ever wants to be responsible for that shit. That's
hmm
why
no.
when you hear them do those commercials for fucking whatever, right? Whatever their drug of choice is these days to help people cope with shit. They add
hmm
in their suicidal tendencies, violent tendencies, all this shit. So they add those disclaimers in, so they can't be blamed for it. You basically knew going in that you're gonna get that these side effects are possible, right? And
Yeah.
most of these motherfuckers are juiced up on fucking Xanax and all kinds of shit, right?
hmm
They don't want to talk about that,
They
right?
don't want to talk
It's
about
not,
that.
and they don't want to talk about that. There's 300 fucking million people in a free country.
Yeah.
Shit's gonna shit's gonna happen. That's part
Yeah.
of being free. Part of being free is being free to do bad shit as well as good shit, right? That's why when Franklin spoke of you, if you trade freedom for security, you're going to get nuclear, because that's true. Living in a free society, there's a lot of responsibility to that.
Mm-hmm.
And we keep trying to abdicate our responsibility to our government like they're big daddy.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's the
I
situation
mean,
we got
think about
into.
it. Think about it. When I grew up, Reagan was president, man, and Reagan was all about about as smallest government as there should be. You know, he says fucking people shouldn't be oppressed by the government. People should be able to live their lives however they need to be lived. You know. Now you got these fucking guys that all they believe is in big government and giving free shit to everybody just so they can keep them happy. You know, whatever happened to earning your fucking keep? You know. I was talking to my boy who, like we have all these motherfuckers that
AMG.
getting free welfare and shit and all kinds of stuff. You know, what did we get? You know, because I ain't gonna lie to you, man. My parents grew up poor, so we were on welfare for like a year or two.
You
But you
ain't the
know
only
what?
one, brother. You ain't the
But
only
check it
one.
out. No. But check it out. See how these motherfuckers get all these fucking gifts and shit like that nowadays. You can
They
get pretty
work the
much
program, brother. They
no,
work the program.
exactly. But think about it. What about us? We had the government cheese, right? We had that
Right.
shitty
I
ass
love that
fucking.
shit.
Oh, dude. Dude, we had the government cheese and we had the fucking the fucking evaporated milk.
Yeah,
Remember
man. The
that
fucking
shit?
powdered milk.
Yeah,
Hell
you know
yeah.
that Reagan was like, "All right, motherfucker, you hungry? All right, you ain't gonna go hungry, but here's your shit. Here's your free government food, motherfucker." What did
But
these
and
motherfuckers
here's the
get?
deal. It was a helping hand. It wasn't. It
Yeah,
at least when
exactly.
because I went through similar shit in my family. Right. It was the early '70s. We were on
Yeah.
welfare for 2 years while my mom got her nursing degree because my mom was a single mom with 2 kids in 1970. Right.
Wow.
So we lived on it. We're not proud of it.
No, me
Right.
neither. But it was
But
part of life, bro.
right. But my mom worked to get us off that shit. We were never on it again. Right.
Mhm.
And why? Because it was a helping hand. That's what it's supposed to be. That's what welfare
Exactly.
and programs like that are supposed to be, a helping hand while you pick yourself up by the bootstraps.
Exactly, man.
They're not anymore.
Not
They're in
anymore.
lieu of giving. They've taught people not to work, right? They've
Mhm.
taught them that work isn't a good thing,
Mhm.
right? And that you can get everything given to you by the government if you really need it.
Yeah.
Right? So then you can chill and do whatever the hell you want on your iPhone or whatever, right? Playing video
Mhm.
games or whatever you want to do, and you'll just survive as long as you vote our way. You'll continue to get that shit. And
Yeah.
most people
Did
are
you
fucking
guys
lazy. They'll take the
did you
easiest way out.
did you guys see that fucking Democratic fucking bullshit debate? I don't even call that a debate. That was fucking bullshit.
Circle jerk?
But
No, I don't. I don't watch those things anymore. My blood
but
pressure gets too
but
high.
but all they were talking about is hand-me-downs, man. Yeah, we'll give you free healthcare and fucking free education and motherfucker. Somebody's got to pay for that shit. All you're doing is putting my fucking kids in debt. That's what you're doing.
Well, that's
You
the thing.
know.
I don't think these Democrats understand what the real economic model it should be, right? Because if we need to make more stuff here in the United States, put more people into employment, so that way they're working for themselves.
Well,
Then, when you have a base that is making money, if everybody's employed, if you had 0% unemployment, then you could do a 10% tax on everybody and pay for
hmm
every fucking program for the rest of the world
hmm
if everybody's working, right?
Yep.
But when you got almost a third of the fucking population either unemployed or underemployed,
hmm
and they're paying for a fifth, a fourth of the whatever, almost half the population to keep on welfare or some kind of public assistance,
hmm
you know, we ain't make. That's why we're in debt, because we ain't making enough money to pay for all the shit we're giving away.
Well, see, and that's another thing that really pisses me off is this whole thing that we have to fucking be the helping hand for everybody in this fucking world. That's bullshit, man. Well, I don't see fucking Russia doing that. I don't see China doing that shit. What the fuck we have to
Russia's
do?
doing it now.
And yeah, but it's like I don't know, man. It just seems
But
to
I
me
get
like
what you're saying, Mario. U.S., we always known for dipping and dabbing in people's business.
yeah, man. But that shit's getting old, bro. Cause think
Oh, I
about
know. It's been
it.
getting old 20 years ago.
Yeah, but it's like it's gotten to the point now that look how they're treating us. Look how they're treating veterans, bro. They treat me like a fucking redheaded stepchild, dude. You
Yeah,
know?
no doubt.
Yeah.
Dude, they fucking they dropped down my fucking benefits big time, man. Like my medical benefits, they put me under this whole new program, and it's such bullshit red tape just to get anything done. You know, uh, to get you know an appointment to go see a specialist or whatever. You know, sometimes you're waiting 1 or 2 weeks. I'm like, no, motherfucker, I need it like now.
Right.
I can't wait till then. You know, I never had that problem before, man.
Well, they destroyed. You know what? This is another thing where it's like, it gets broken, nobody buys it, right? The VA got broken, right? The VA was not geared up for a fucking war,
No.
And instead of dumping money in, like we should, it's
But see,
it's
let me
see, I
explain
told you
something
so,
to you guys.
you know.
It's the thing that really pisses me off because I'm gonna tell you something. We used to give fucking wads and wads of fucking money to all these fucking sheiks and guys, these section leaders in fucking Iraq. Where did all that money come from? Where did all that shit go? Because I'm gonna tell you something. Iraq is still a shithole, especially now with ISIS taking over it. You know, you pretty
Yeah,
much
you
give
guys
shit
should have been
away.
sending all that dough back. Fuck them.
Exactly, man. That's what I'm saying, dude. Why the fuck didn't we take care of our people, man? You know, I'm gonna tell you something. My little section, we did so much for that fucking people. We rebuilt 3 schools. We rebuilt all the bridges because all of them got blown to shit during the war. I mean, we did so much for that fucking whole area, man. And you know, to be honest with you, now I see it all being fucked up and ISIS taking over that place. It demoralizes me, you know, especially when I lost a bunch of good friends, you know. It's like that shit just pisses me off because there's no real reason for us, you know. And to be honest with you, I don't blame Bush because well, yeah, Bush might have started the whole shit and all that, but what I do, I blame our current guy because he should have never pulled out of fucking Iraq because now it's made it worse to the
Yep.
point that it's so unstable that it's just a you know nobody gives a shit about anybody over there.
Well, and that's
Well,
the that's when we got into Afghanistan, I was saying the same thing, and that's from the very beginning back then, right? Because empires go to Afghanistan to die,
Hmm.
right? The Soviet Union, it didn't die. The reason why it died from economics was because of 10 years in Afghanistan.
Yes.
Afghanistan is a black hole of fucking money for
Oh
every
yeah.
empire.
Well,
The
most
Brits,
definitely.
us, the Turks, the fucking Ottoman Empire. You name an
Hmm.
empire that rolled through there all the way back to Alexander, and they
Oh,
went there
oh,
to fucking
you're not
die.
telling me. You're telling me something I don't know, bro. I mean, I understand. You know, I do. I think what we did in Iraq was just. I mean, in Afghanistan was just to make the country more stable.
See,
It
I
wasn't. It
personally,
wasn't. It wasn't to completely take over that bitch because there's no way, man. There's so many fucking mountains in that place. There's just no way.
yeah. Well, but we never should have went there in the first place, right? We should
Uh,
have bombed the fuck out of the camp that whoever
mm,
those clowns came out of.
no, but in reality, you still need boots on the ground because some of those campgrounds that are there were so remote that the only way that you can really make any kind of effect is you needed to have boots on ground.
And for the first part, we did when we were just spending spec ops in there, right? But
Right.
now, look, it's just a nightmare place to be. I personally wish that more vets felt like I do, because you guys are the ones who they're afraid of the most, and you're the guys who can affect the change, right? Why? Because you guys.
But you know what? To be honest with you, man, we can't say shit, man. That's what pisses me off. You know,
Well, you can't say shit. Yeah,
we
I
have
mean,
no opinion to a certain, you know, to a certain point. I gotta watch what I say because I can get in trouble and shit, you know.
I know, I
And to
know.
me, it's bullshit because you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. The guy that's gonna go to war and defend everybody, it's me. It's my guys, you know. Yeah, I think we should have a saying in what the fuck's going on here, you know.
I talk to a lot of vets, bro, and I know that in ways I would like to be able to speak for you, right? Because I know a lot of you guys do feel the way I do. If you guys could get together, you could affect real change, because there's how many million Iraqi vets, Iraq and Afghanistan
There's
vets
a shitload of
fresh?
us, bro.
Right.
There's a shitload of us, but you know, to be honest with you, I mean, think about it. The government's got us by the balls because what? They hold our benefits. You start going against the
They
Yeah.
government, what
got
are
you
they
by
gonna
the
do? They're
balls.
gonna take your fucking government. They're gonna take your benefits. That's the first thing
Yeah.
they do. You know? So
Oh
it's
yeah, they
different.
got you with the balls.
Yeah.
That's why they're trying to implement these gun fucking confiscation programs by, using you not being fucking super financiers against you.
Hmm.
They got all kinds of fucking little secret traps in there.
I think the biggest thing that just to be honest with you, there's so many veterans that got out because they just felt like they're not being treated right. Like there was no incentive for them. I'm gonna tell you something. Most of us, just like I do, we don't do it for the fucking money. Because in reality, a lot of us with enough fucking with all the experience that I have 3 fucking deployments of Iraq under me. I got enough. I work with special forces. I work with so many people. If I really wanted to, I could go and work as a contractor, make 150,000 a year tax free, and not have to worry about shit. But in reality, uh, that's not what I'm about. I didn't sign up for this shit just to be a fucking money whore. I signed up so that some shit would happen. I'll take care of my fucking people.
Hmm.
I don't do it for fucking money and all that shit. I do it just to ensure that the shit that I saw in Iraq never happens here.
Well, we got nothing but love for you, brother.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not just me. It's fucking everybody.
No,
It's everybody that you ever talk
it's
to. We're
yeah.
patriots, bro.
Yeah, I know, man. If you talk to the majority of vets, they're burned patriots, right? So they're patriots. Most of them got in. It's like talking to most cops, right? They get into the game for all the right reasons, and then the
Correct.
game fucks them, and they get discouraged,
Yeah, exactly.
or
I
they get
mean,
brutal, or they get other things happen.
mm-hmm.
Right now, do some come into the game for all the wrong reasons? Yes, but the majority, I believe, come in with that good heart, that wanting to be a public servant, that wanting more than just the GI Bill. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Especially now, especially since they did away with the draft in the 70s,
Mm-hmm.
because you had to sign your ass up. Nobody fucking came begging you. Nobody told you you had to.
Yeah. No, and to be honest with you, I did it. I did it because I wanted to make a difference, bro. I didn't. I got like I tell you, I could have gone so many fucking different routes in my life, but I'm proud of what I do and what I did, and what I continue to do. It's my passion. Whenever I see the fucking old glory, flying, freely without anybody trying to oppose it, that to me is what matters, man. And it's the
Yep.
simple fucking things that nobody ever really thinks about. Like to be honest with you, when I first got back from Iraq, it was really hard for me to get used to this place. I got used to fucking getting shot at every time I went outside the wire. Fucking bombs exploding every time or some shit. And like I remember, when we patrol, we had a tendency to be stuck in the middle of the fucking road because there's IEDs on both sides, so you never know what hits you. And it was funny as shit. I remember the first time I got in the car, I was fucking driving in the middle of the road. People were just fucking honking at me. It's like stupid shit like that, man. It's just you know,
Man, that couldn't have been easy in Cali, seeing some garbage on the road and freak you out, huh?
yeah, yeah, man. Um, yeah, it was, and at that time I was still living in LA, so you can imagine. But yeah, I got used to it, man. But it was, I'm still going through a lot of transitions. I mean, it's never easy because war never leaves you, man. It's always there.
Well, and that's why you got, like I said, I talked to a lot of vets, and the guys that have actually seen it, right, didn't stay in the green, just were out there and shit. You talk to people who were dealing with the Sharpie end of the sword,
Hmm.
and those are the fucking dudes who are think like you are in the same position you do, where they're dealing with shit and they need a little bit of help, and for them to get that help from the people who are supposed to help them, they have to keep their
Well,
fucking mouths
see,
shut.
the problem that we run into with a lot of vets, and it happened to me, man, because I mean, I'm a sergeant first class, so I mean, you kind of get up there in rank. It's kind of look a little harder for you to go and look for help and shit. So you're always taught to be the tough guy. Take it all and deal with it. Suck it up and shit. And that's why, in reality, a lot of guys, when we come back, there's a lot of people that just don't understand them. So that's why we have such a high suicide rate.
Hmm.
But I think, to be honest, I think to me the hardest thing for me to do is to ask for help. I ain't gonna lie. Once I asked for help, I mean, it became so easy, and and when this whole thing first started, when they started talking about PTSD and depression, I mean, people at first, even in our own military, we were getting ridiculed, man. We were getting, you know, um, put to the side like there was something fucking wrong with you. But slowly but surely, they started seeing, how this thing works, and and in a way, just like Vietnam vets paid the way for us to, with all the benefits and all the stuff that we have, we kind of, expose a lot of the stuff. So now Vietnam vets are starting to get the same type of treatment that we are, because they had it before us, but it wasn't identified until a lot of the guys from Iraq and Afghanistan came back. So I mean, it's been good. I think sometimes it's harder. I mean, I've been in, counseling since I got back from my last deployment in 2009, and it's helped me a lot, you know, and it gets me through, man. That's all you can do, just get you through.
Yeah.
And that's why and when I talk to the vets, that's part of the reason why they're so reluctant to try and stand against what's going on here in the States, is because they feel they've seen enough of war.
Well, see, the thing about it, well, exactly, we've seen enough war, but I think a lot of people, especially a lot of the Democrats and liberals who have never seen the atrocities of war, they have no idea how bad other people in other parts of the world hate us. There's people that fucking just downright hate Americans, dude, with a passion. And
Yeah,
you know what? They will do anything to fuck us over. And I'm being honest with you guys.
yeah.
So
Oh,
so
I know.
when we have seen that, we have seen what other people are capable of doing, and now that they're bringing a lot of these things to our own soil, it has a tendency of fucking just, opening up some red lights for us. But
Well,
in reality, I just feel that, we haven't seen what other terrorist organizations are capable of. And I think when that happens, I think that's when people are really going to start changing their ways about why we need the Second Amendment, why we need to continue to take care of ourselves, take care of our families. We live in a violent society, man. And people don't want to stop and think about it. This ain't the fucking Leave It to Beaver, white fence, picket fence America, man. It's a
Huh.
whole different world
Never
now, bro.
was.
You know what I'm saying? It's a
Well,
whole
we're
different
letting them in.
fucking world.
Well, we're letting them in. We had. The funny thing is it's never been a Leave It to Beaver world. America's been born of violence, right?
Hmm.
And people try to act like we're not violent, and that's ridiculous. If you don't let them have a gun, they're going to run their car into your place of business and ram
Yeah.
everybody in your front office, right? That just happened last week somewhere here in the U.S.
Yep.
You
And
know,
not only that, I mean, look at what's happening in Israel. I
oh,
mean, these motherfuckers can't get a hold of a gun, so they start knifing people. They start fucking stabbing people.
yeah. Well, but see, now that's already happened here in the U.S., but you don't get to hear about it until you go looking in local news, right?
Hmm.
So there's been incidents like that in Dallas. There's been a couple of them in New York. There's been plenty of them here in the United States that nobody wants to talk about. They'll flash across the screen for a minute when they want to scare you, and then they
Hmm.
put it away for something to do with the Kardashians. You know?
Yes, exactly. We as Americans are more worried about goddamn celebrities like dumbass Lamar Odom going to a fucking bunny ranch and getting fucking high on goddamn herbal Viagra and fucking passing out than what's really going on in this world.
Well, and the sad thing is that heroin's from Afghanistan.
Yeah, oh yeah. Look, man, there's nothing saying that
Our streets are flooded right now here in the U.S. with Afghani fucking heroin.
yeah, oh yeah. But and and I'm not saying that it's gonna stop, because you know what, Americans love to consume drugs, man.
it's
It's
never gonna
always been a.
stop, dude.
Oh yeah,
They
we
let
are
that
the
shit in. That's the
we
money maker, dude. Shit.
we will
Look at
we
state of
will
Washington. They made $65 million a
holy
couple of months
shit
ago.
on that
I,
pot.
Yeah, they taxed that shit.
I've always thought that drugs should be legalized. period. Right?
Yeah.
If somebody wants to do heroin,
Yeah.
let them do heroin.
Yeah, but then, you know, what are we gonna do? We're gonna have fucking people driving fucking while on drugs and creating fucking.
Well, you treat it like they. Well, okay. It's real simple. Portugal's done it, right? So there's a country in the world that has done it. They've just legalized drugs across the board, right? Anybody who wants help getting off, the government does give them that help to get off. If they're in prison, it ends up being a lot cheaper. But if they break laws of driving while high, you arrest them just like you would if they were driving while drunk. You treat them exactly the same, but you don't make what they do for recreation as criminal, right? And the funny thing is, if you read the numbers of what happened in Portugal, drug use went down dramatically once they legalized it because it took away that cool factor.
Because it was taboo.
Yeah. Once that went away and it wasn't taboo anymore, the drug abuse dropped. For a while, their rehab centers were full, and then they dropped off too because people stopped doing drugs. And the hardcore ones that use it, they can still have a job, they can still have an apartment, they don't end up going to jail, they don't end up needing to steal.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So that means the crime goes down too because they're not criminals anymore. Just like what's happening with the marijuana stuff in all the states here that they're legalizing. And it's the same with heroin. And then, you know, then they could legally make it in Afghanistan, legally import it to the United States, and we ain't got to go to war with that shit and feed the crime bosses and the CIA to have them bring the fucking heroin in here to the United States to get our kids hooked on this taboo drug.
I understand what you're saying. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, they can't finance the secret space program and all these other things if they don't have the profits from the illegal drug trade, though.
What's up, Joe?
You know what? Bring the guns in through Century International Arms, CIA, right? And you'll make a ton of money. If nobody else wants guns in the world and you want to bring peace, bring them all to America. We'll take them. We enjoy the shit out of them. Us in New Zealand, you know?
It really makes you wonder how much money there is going through government that's off the books. You'd be surprised.
Well, like Mario was pointing out, man, they were handing that shit out like candy in fucking Afghanistan, in Iraq, right, when they're walking through the townships.
Yeah, basically, because everything over there, it's all based on sheiks or their sheikhs or whatever the fuck it is. Basically, every town has their own fucking town leader, or whatever the case may be, and you basically talk to the town leader, and he's the spokesman for pretty much that whole fucking area. So, you know, you tell them, okay, they tell you what they need or stuff like that, and then you hand them the fucking money. And you tell them you will get these contractors to help you, whatever the case may be, so that you can start contributing to jobs and shit like that. But then what happens, you go 6 months and you tell them, okay, 6 months I want to see progress. And the way the Arabs think about it, they have this thing they call Inshallah, God willing, we'll get it done in 6 months. So basically we're just fucking off and not really getting everything done. So that's sometimes the concept that they have, and that's just the way they do things, and it pisses me off because I lost so many good friends, man. One day I lost 5 fucking friends, and that's that was hard.
How does that make you feel, Mario, when they say Russia's done more work in 2 weeks than we've done in a year?
I have a tendency to believe that's a bunch of propaganda bullshit, because in reality, the Russians are a lot different than us. They're more aggressive. They only know one way, and to be honest with you, if you think the Arabs are not gonna fucking fight back, you got another thing coming, man, because those people those people are just as bad as the Viet Cong during the Vietnam War. They're tough little motherfuckers, man, and they will fight you to the death.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, like I said, man, the Russians lost in Afghanistan. They were fighting the same people that they're bombing now. And
Right.
You're right. The Russians don't care about collateral damage. They don't give fucks. They'll blow up a hospital and say, "So what? Das Vidanya, motherfucker."
Exactly.
But
But
right now,
see that's scary though, man. Do you really want to face somebody that's like that? Because that to be honest with you, that's how we're gonna end up being, man. Russia's pretty much punking out fucking Obama. You see him, man. He's like fucking scared of Putin, man.
It's making him look like a bitch.
Yeah, he does make him look like a bitch.
well, but see, here's the bad thing, right? So he's making Obama look like a bitch. And then we got Iran reneging on their deal, the TPP squawking on
Why
their.
even make that deal, dude? What's the
Well,
fucking point? You're not gaining anything out of that shit. Why make that deal?
well, if you believe some people, they believe that Obama's been sent in to destroy America, and it looks more like it, right? And the problem is he's being punked, and the rest, and we've been a bully for so long to the rest of the world in a lot of ways that the rest of the world is ready to jump on us like the rest of the world did on the Nazis 50 years ago, 60, 70 years ago, right?
Yeah,
We're being made
but
out to
see,
be the bad guy and everything.
okay, but you see that, I see that, all of us in this panel see that, but why is not the rest of America not doing shit about it?
Well, think about it. Why didn't the rest of the Germans do shit about it? They're hearing what they want to hear. And right now they're being distracted by the two fools that peaks of the ass up there farting at all this. You know? And they're trying to figure out which demagogue is going to get up there and supposedly, fucking finish off the country. No, we don't even know what's going to
You
happen.
know what? I tell my friends, you know what? If you think Red Dawn is just a movie, that shit can really happen. That shit can really happen, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just read an article today that, and I haven't followed up on it, so this is just hearsay to me at this point, right? But they were talking about how some of our American military now have to borrow equipment from other militaries to get whatever it is the job done.
Borrow what?
Borrow equipment.
Oh, that happens all the time, dude.
But we would borrow from other people rather than them borrowing from us?
No. We borrow from other branches.
No, I don't mean other branches. I mean other countries.
We'll borrow equipment? Fuck no.
Right. Not that never happened before, right?
No,
Supposedly this article,
no.
and I'm not saying it's true. Like I said, I only read the headline and I didn't follow deep enough into it for me to comfortably say I believe it's true.
Okay, so which
I'll follow it up and get back to you. It was Drudge, I'm pretty sure.
who was the publisher? Or who was
I flashed a headline on Drudge Report or on.
Oh man, don't believe everything on the Drudge Report, man.
I don't.
Dude, that's like fucking reading The Onion, man. Come on.
No, it's not. No, it's as good as reading Huffington Post.
Yeah. I don't
Right?
know if it came from like Political or some shit like that.
No.
Not
See,
even Political.
that's where Drudge fucks people up because all Drudge does is give you a link to follow, right? Fucking Matt Drudge doesn't write a goddamn article, period, right?
Uh-huh.
What he does is he does the same shit most of us do. He just did it first, right? So he goes through, and now he has people to do it for him. But he gets the headlines that interest him, and he puts it on his page. And then you're responsible for following the link. That's why I caveated it with saying I don't know if it's true or not.
No, that's bullshit. We don't borrow other fucking people's equipment.
It would
We have our own
not.
shit.
You really think it would surprise you at this point that we would?
I doubt it, bro. I mean, to be honest with you, we have always had. I mean, even right now, the way things are, we still have enough resources to do our own shit. We don't need to borrow from anyone. No, we have, bro. Because that's one thing. That's one thing that. I mean, they have taken away from our benefits, but as far as our equipment goes, no, our equipment's still there. That's one thing I can tell you. I can't go too much into detail.
And get back to you like I said I would.
I can't go too much into detail. I mean, I think the money that we are losing is in all the new equipment we're trying to. Excuse me. It's all the new equipment we're trying to come up with, you know. And that's where they lost a lot of funding, because the army loves fucking trying to invent something new and shit. Like, they've been trying to create some fucking sort of skeleton, like a robo skeleton for us, so
Right.
we can fucking carry more weight on our packs and all kinds of shit. So basically, make motherfuckers look like RoboCop and shit. So it's like an exoskeleton kind of thing,
Hmm.
and the soldier will get in there, and they can carry almost 300 pounds of fucking gear and all kinds of shit, and but I just don't see how that works if for some reason the soldier needs to get in a prone or the marine needs to get in a prone. I just don't see how that works. Especially with an exoskeleton around you. I don't know. It's kind of freaky shit, man.
You'd say, well, it'll just be a robot that's, it's not a man that's carrying all that shit. You're just a robot that follows you around.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. You look at that shit from Terminator, man. That could be us, dude. There's a lot. There's a lot of bullshit fucking movies that Hollywood makes, but there's some that really make you think, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, the technology is pretty impressive. That they got of course, the technology they leak out that we know about, and then what about the technology that's like 50 years ahead that they won't tell
Right.
us about.
So I mean, they're even creating a lot of tents and a lot of equipment where it's all solar panel. So we could because we do a lot of training in deserts and fucking hot climates. So instead of having to lug fucking generators and all kinds of shit, all you got is the tent, and you put the solar panels and put batteries on there, and you're self-sufficient. Like shit like that. That's cool. I like gear like that because unfortunately the only thing about the U.S. military is we're so dependent on fucking technology. So the only way to fucking be able to be effective is to make sure you feed those batteries.
And you need communication and location
Yeah.
information.
And all that shit. But all that shit runs on batteries, man. You know. And the problem is that they're all like lithium batteries, so they motherfuckers have a tendency of sucking up some fucking energy.
Somewhere I was thinking of some sort of a device that runs on urine, but I don't know if that would be handy. I guess just pee on it and it charges up.
Yeah, but I don't know. Not pee. I don't know. Maybe something a little different. Maybe it was something a little different. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things out there that. Matter of fact, I was watching something on the History Channel. They were talking about steam power and how we kind of went away from steam power. We started going into uh, petroleum products and all kinds of shit. But you think about it, man. We wouldn't have all these fucking pollution if we would have gone to steam power, man. Would have been just fucking
It takes
everything
an
would
energy.
have.
It takes an energy source to make steam, so depending on what you're burning, so to speak, to make the steam. But if you're using electricity to make the steam, then it's just a conversion.
Well, then you
Yeah.
have to make something to make the electricity, right? And that's where when they when they made hemp and marijuana illegal, they did so knowingly because of the industrial aspects of it. Other people who were already established wanted to keep making the money,
Hmm.
because a more efficient fuel for a combustion engine is made from hemp seed oil, right, than it is from petroleum oil. Same
Hmm.
with, you can get more plastics from the seeds from the shell of the hemp seed and the products you can make from that, and down the list, right? But the things that the hemp would destroy would be the petroleum, textile industries, the wood industries, right, and stuff like that. And they were already established, making big money. Those were the robber barons at the time that were able to push through those kind of legislation blindly.
Oh, yeah, well, back in the day, those politicians got a shitload of money. They
Oh,
probably
and
got a percentage of the stock or some shit.
hey, Mario,
Yep.
that article's in Fortune, and it's the U.S. Army borrowing military gear from NATO allies.
No.
Really?
Yeah,
It
and
could
that
be.
was published today. No, yesterday. Sorry. Or wait,
Well,
Uh,
yeah, it's still 20.
it's not blue with letters UN on it, is it?
well,
Well, no, it's
I
NATO.
don't know. And the only way that I could see that is maybe in Germany, because in Germany we don't have as much resources anymore. I mean, we still have the fucking bases there, but we don't have the
And that's pretty much what they're saying. You've got it right.
hmm.
You win. I'm reading the article as you're saying it, and you're pretty much saying what they're saying.
Yeah, I could see that. Maybe, I
But
don't know,
borrowing
because I mean,
money after the U.S. pulled out much of its own gear and most of its soldiers off the continent several years ago.
yeah,
So
well,
there's
that
mad
was a
need to leave
stupid
the
fucking
continent.
reason
We're gonna
too.
have to borrow.
Yeah, they're probably borrowing from the Germans.
Well, all the gear we left there for them, we're gonna borrow back.
Yeah, lovely, huh? Way to think there, guys.
No, just pooling resources. But I'm wondering about color of law. Was it what uniform you're wearing? What jurisdiction are you representing? You know, I mean,
Because
Okay.
the troops
The
over
United
in
States soldier is supposed to be representing, quote, the United States, but then you get all this NATO shit, and this UN shit, and your fucking contractors. Like, who the fuck are you? You know, who are you? What's your jurisdiction?
Oh yeah, well we can tell them apart, but I mean like of course for the civilian that's never dealt with that, I can see them being not knowing what's going on, I mean that's understandable, and especially if for some reason that happens in the US, so like what the fuck are you? You're mercenary or fucking military? What are you? I can see that happening.
So
Oh yeah.
your political status. I mean, that's already something that's under question in the United States. I mean, you're a U.S. citizen, you're an immigrant with permission, or immigrant without permission, or you're one of the people who have a straw man that's a U.S. citizen. The whole jurisdiction thing could be a can of worms too. But
Hmm. No, and look, man, I am just like everybody else. I don't, I don't, and I'll be blunt and fucking honest with you guys. There's a lot of people that are fucking Hispanic that are just straight out fucking freeloading motherfuckers, and I'll be the first one to say that. But in the other hand, there's a lot of good people that fucking just wanna come to this country and have a better life, and are busting their ass and doing what they need to do, and they're contributing to the country. I mean people want to talk a lot of shit, but in reality, how many people are gonna go out there and fucking pick fruit and it's 100 fucking degrees outside? Or there's not many people that will do that shit, man. And in reality, whether some people admit it or not, you're still gonna need that immigrant fucking migrant worker to pick up the fucking fruit. I mean, if you think paying a dollar something for fucking tomatoes is bad, what would happen if they all go away and we get this shit unionized and you're paying almost $4 a pound for fucking tomatoes? It's just, I can tell you, I mean, there's a good and a bad in everything. And I mean, there's been a good and there's been a bad, and even in the Hispanic community. I mean, I don't agree with all the shit that's going on, but at the same time, I see my people being fucking freeloaders, and I'm the first one to call them motherfuckers out. I'm like, the fuck are you doing, man? You know, you should be the one out there to fucking contribute, and not fucking be a fucking pest. And to be honest with you, I don't know why so many people are pissed off at fucking Donald Trump, because in reality, he fucking told the truth. He told the fucking truth. And, I think the fucking problem that we have within our own Hispanic community is they don't want to hear the fucking truth, you know? And I'm just being real with you guys.
I'll say one problem I have, and I said there's just no jobs. I mean, there's no jobs for everybody. So
There's no
even in
jobs
the
for everybody. And in
yeah,
reality, and to be honest, that's the reason why we need to fortify the border, man, because we are getting a lot of immigrants who have criminal problems, who have criminal issues, the whole thing that happened in Arizona with that law, that if law enforcement pulls you up, they can ask you for immigration status. There's a reason why they did that shit, and people made a big fucking deal about it. But during that time, the fucking Mexican cartel had taken over fucking Phoenix, Arizona, and most of fucking southern Arizona, and was pretty much, it was the fucking kidnap capital of America. Fuck that shit, man. We don't need that. That's the reason you have to fucking oppress people. It's the reason why you have to start. And in that case, I can see that. But, fucking, and the thing about it is, I watch Univision and I look at their bullshit ways of the way how they see things. But in reality, they're not seeing what's going on. The way they report it is that, oh, we are being oppressed. They're calling us, they're profiling us and blah blah blah. That's not the fucking case here. You need to look at the bigger picture here. You're fucking You're having people kidnapped and shit like that, and you just can't have that in the U.S. That's bullshit. You know?
There's just stories about Chicago having some warehouse where thousands of people like would just disappear for weeks at a time until they decide to get rid of them.
And the thing about it is, people don't stop and think about it, but the fucking Mexican cartel is deep in this fucking country. They are deep in this motherfucker, and they don't care. They'll fucking kill as many people as they can. They don't give a fuck. To them, it's you're a number. La M, which is Mexican mafia. Those guys don't fuck around, man. And they're here. They're big in numbers over here. They don't give a fuck.
Just like any other business, like the New York mafia or whatever. But
Oh yeah, just like the Italian mafia. You got the Russian mafia. Those guys don't fuck around.
I mean, if they just kind of run their business and then they don't cause a lot of stink, leaving bodies around and shit, then people just kind of look the other way. But you're gonna start leaving a trail of dead people.
Exactly. But the problem that we're having with the Mexican cartels is they're not stealthy like the Russian mafias, like the Italian mafias. These motherfuckers will kill everybody, the whole fucking family, and make a statement about it. That's not the way of doing it, man. They're trying to be fucking Pablo Escobar all over again. But they're trying to do that shit here in the U.S., which is fucking bullshit.
Well, that's where the FBI and the anti-terror groups should be focusing their efforts to tame that down.
Well, and then they are. Trust me, they are. Trust me, they're doing everything they can. But when they're being oppressed because they can't do certain things the way they want them to do, that's where we have a problem. I think after September 11, whether people fucking like it or not, the Patriot Act saved a lot of lives.
Yeah, just made it more legitimate. Their spying efforts,
But
gathering
to be honest
evidence.
with you, man, if you got nothing to hide, if you got nothing to fucking lose, why the fuck are you worried about it? And that's how I see it. You got nothing to hide, fucking, tap my fucking phone. I ain't got shit. Not doing anything illegal.
Well, part of the problem is they made everything illegal, so if they want to fuck with you, they can find a way to do it.
Well, Mario, that was true until you came into this chat.
What's that, bro? Yeah. No shit, huh?
It's good to have you in here, brother Mario. I'm happy you came, bro.
It really is good to have you in here, but yeah, and sorry to say though, that's probably true, right? Because in the Dragon we have talked everything that they've just made a new department up about in this chat. So, speaking of which, have you tried to hit up Tony?
I'm gonna hit him up. You want to do a shout out? Will I do that?
Sure.
We haven't done one in a while.
I'm sure there's more forever. So let's start out here at the bottom of the list because we got set up. We got Winging It Tracy. What's up? Fuzzfork8. J Watt's out there. Stan. Let's see. Partisan Gorilla. Let's see here. Okay, trying to go up. Yep. J Watt. J Watt's out there. MP's out there. What's up, MP? Stan's out there, if I didn't say him already. And they've been keeping up the chat room doing pretty good. Atomic Bulls is out there. Did I say Partisan Gorilla? Partisan Gorilla. Sometimes I'll say your name twice when you're the only people talking. Let's see if I can get back to some of the early ones. Oh, there we go. JJ Mack was out there for a while. Coldplay was out there for a while. Jim, QC Hint 420, who's in the house and out there. Linda Cloud was out there, so I think Given Isosceles and Mr. Lock and Load were both out there. What's up, Given? Man, I haven't seen Given Isosceles out there in a while. Talk to him on another environment, but.
Yeah, Winging It Tracy said something like, "But the chair is against the wall."
No, that was me. He said that.
I don't know why Winging's
a long mustache.
Where did that phrase come from?
Mustache. And I forget what the dress one was, right? So. But remember, we were talking about the Ready Donnie. NAFTA, yeah, fuck. How are we? And that's the funny thing. Clinton talks out against the TPP, right, after the motherfuckers signed, and, like, everybody forgets her old man did NAFTA.
Look at your G+, Wayne. I just sent you another link.
What's up, SKS Hugo? Ain't seen him in forever either. Wow, it's been a long time since I've been in
Yeah, it's been a while.
doing shout-outs. Anyway, man, boggles the fucking mind, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
And I listen to the liberal press scream, see, even Hillary's against TPP. I'm like, you do know, you don't remember her fucking pushing fucking NAFTA down everybody's throat?
Yeah, no shit. No shit.
You know, the final nail in the coffin to the American fucking manufacturing, when they sent it all over the world, we're able to still call it American if it was made in the Americas.
Well, you know what? And it's not just NAFTA, man. In reality, I think another thing that has really hurt the American worker and has pretty much fucked everything up is the unions, man. There's a lot of unions that just fucking drove all of our jobs out of here.
Well, see, it's a disingenuous argument. How are they corrupt as any organization is? Yes. But were they originally in place to help the workers get at least a decent wage out of it and keep the jobs here? Yeah. The problem where the unions fucked up was they kept backing down from these manufacturers and giving in to these corrupt politicians and accepting money and being corrupt. They stopped standing for their workers and started standing for themselves. Exactly.
But I think the other problem is that they got greedy too, man. It was like every year they want to renegotiate, and of course those union dues weren't fucking getting any better, you know. And a lot of these guys are fucking just paying their union dues and all this. I don't know. I've never liked unions. I really feel that nowadays in the 21st century, America has enough freaking laws to protect the American worker without having to need a union. I mean, that's just my honest opinion on that.
Well, I've been union and non-union, and the corruption of the unions have left such a bad taste in so many people's mouths, and the propaganda against union has left some. We have to try a whole new system. That's why I'm saying it's not even just one part of any of the system. It's the whole fucking thing. Because the corruption of money have gotten deep into every fucking orifice, right? Unions used to be a decent thing, right? They're not anymore because of corruption.
Exactly.
And it's the same with our government. Our government at one time was decent enough, and what happened? Corruption, right? And systemic corruption. Same with the bureaucracy. The bureaucracy is now an autocracy because of corruption and nepotism and all the rest of the isms and shit. And that's why we need to rebuild the system. The foundation's great. The fucking Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence. We need to reread that too. You know, I posted that online the other day. Just reading read some of the beginnings of these documents, and you'll understand what they're about. You know, because they understood that they had to talk, you know, not a simplistic language, but a common language for every man to be able to understand in the United States at that time. You know, so they pretty much lay it out. And that's what we need to go back to. Right? That's what we need to go back to. All this rest of this fucking out of control government bureaucracy, quote unquote, pseudo law has driven it to where the law has no meaning anymore. You know, when they don't take the Constitution as having any meaning, and they constantly don't when they disingenuously say that they should be able to take away any arm from any American, period. There's that fucking comma that breaks up that sentence that shows it to be a clear single thought in association with the first thought. Shit that you should have learned in fucking English sometime in your middle school years.
You know what? But, you know, to be honest with you, our education system's so fucked up now, man, because we have all these liberal fucking teachers and shit. Oh, get this. My daughter, her first year in Cal State Bakersfield, which is a straight-out fucking liberal-ass university, right? that she was taking a political science class, and they straight out told her, look, Republicans are all rich white people, and the rest are all Democrats. You know, all the poor people are all Democrats. Hispanics are
That's
all
what I was
Democrats.
raised.
Dude, I fucking went living. I went straight to that dude and I told him, "What the fuck are you teaching my kid?" Because I got pissed, man. Because I'm like, you don't be teaching that shit, man. Not everybody, not everybody's like that, you know.
Well,
Not
didn't
every.
Prop 8 prove all that bullshit wrong?
Huh?
Right? Didn't the first time that fucking California tried to put in legal homosexual marriage, didn't that shoot all that shit down right there?
Yeah, because there's still a lot of conservatives in the state, man.
Yeah, there are. That's my biggest problem with so many people today is they're keeping their fire of liberty under a bushel,
You know,
right?
and
So it's like
and
hiding out.
but it's not just us in California. It's the whole fucking country, man.
Yeah. I'm not just talking about California. That's why I didn't say just California.
I'm like, what the fuck are people not seeing nothing, man? I don't get that, man.
Neither
I
do
really
I, but
don't.
I say it loud and proud, and I have people come up and talk to me all over the place, and online, in Meat World, you know, the whole fucking 9 yards. And I'm saying the same message anymore. Is why ain't you fucking saying nothing? You like my shit? Why don't you say the same thing? If you think similar things, say what you fucking think. If you think the country's going to shit, somebody needs to say something. If not
No.
now, when?
Dude,
Because it's
I say
already
it
too late to
all the
me.
fucking time. I say it all the time. And you know what? To be honest with you, I don't try to drive my kids into becoming Republicans or whatever. I just tell them the facts. I tell them, look, you know what? Go look
Hmm.
at this shit yourself. I'm not lying to you. I'm not trying to make shit up for you. This is not a Fox News thing. This is the fucking real world. Do some research and look it up for yourself, and you'll notice why your dad is so pissed off. You know, and
Yeah,
my
and
kids
that's
get
why.
it. Yeah.
And that's why I do that kind of research, right? So, like, I brought up that headline I saw, and it turns out it wasn't on Drudge. I don't remember where I caught it, but it turned out being, a legit article, right? So,
Hmm.
a legit thing. Why? Because I do the fucking research. I don't accept what anybody says is goddamn gospel,
Hmm.
right? Everybody's got their own best self-interest at heart.
Yeah.
Very few altruistic people on this fucking planet,
But you
you
know,
know.
the thing about it is that there's a lot of fucking sheep, man. There's a lot of people that just want to fucking. And to be honest with you, they remind me so much of Arabs, bro. Like, you know, if because let's think about it. In the Arab countries, not everybody's educated. Most of them may have maybe a sixth grade level education, but yet that there's those few that have that university education or whatever. They're the ones that drive all this bullshit into the rest of the people and tell them like, this is how it's gonna be because this, and that, and they believe that shit. They don't have the tendency of wanting to, look into it or why is he talking about like that? Nothing like that. No, they will fucking actually believe it like a big fucking cult is what they basically become.
Well,
And they all
it
believe that,
happens here
like,
too.
yeah.
I mean, look at the cult of Obama, right?
Oh
You
God, dude, I never seen so many liberals in my life, dude, come out of the woodworks.
well, I mean, it's become a cult, right? This cult worship of Obama, like he can do no fucking wrong, right? And you see, every victim that's his skin color is his son, unless it's inconvenient. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no shit, man.
And so there's this whole cult of personality we got going with this clown right now. And the country's in the mood for the cult of personality. That's why it's such a dangerous time because
Not
we
only
have this
that,
idiot in office.
and now you're trying to create a race war.
Yeah.
You're trying to create this whole fucking thing. When that kid, what's his name? Well, whatever his fucking name is, the guy from, and that white cop killed him, and people made a big fucking deal. If you really read the whole scenario, what happened? This guy was attacking the police officer. What do you think the police officer is gonna do?
But that's after the headline.
Yeah, that's bullshit, dude.
Dude, I bought into it. I'll be totally 100% honest, man. I've dealt with fucked up cops my whole life. I bought into it hook, line, and sinker. And I
But
was
you know
wrong.
what? To be honest with you, I thought it was bullshit, man, and that's why I decided to look into the whole fucking thing. When they did that you, they took it to court and they wanted to see if it would go to trial or whatever. I don't know what do they call that
Hmm.
hearing. Um, you know, you get to read what happened. You got to read the report. You got to see what the cop was going through, man. You know, I mean, the guy fucking attacked him not only once but twice. You know, and people, all they saw was fucking that dude being laid down on the fucking ground after he got shot. What the
Well,
fuck is a guy supposed to do, man? You know, the guy is almost fucking 100 pounds over on him. You know, and he's trying his best not to fucking get killed by this guy because he's thinking this guy's gonna fucking kill me because he's just that nuts. You know, what are you supposed to do? You have every fucking right to defend yourself.
what Ferguson showed me was we have to wait for the whole story to come out, right? And
But they don't want to
like
tell the
Rodney
whole
King
story.
showed everybody, you know, you got to
They
wait
don't
for.
want to tell the whole story, man. They just want to tell
They
what they
don't.
fucking.
They want the headline.
Hmm.
That's all they want. They want the headline, and that's all you see, right? I mean, that's all you see anymore is the fucking headline, and that's all anybody pays attention to, and that's what they react to.
Mm.
Because they are sheep. Because they're easily moved.
Big time, man. And that's scary, man, because in reality, we are giving the media way too much power, man. The power to seriously start some shit.
Well, the fucked up thing is that we get, you know, everybody's got it in their pocket now, right? That's being constantly connected. Who dropped?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And because now we live in the, you know, instant fucking analysis, instant fucking, you know, information at the palm of your hands. I mean, seriously, you can get all this shit from your fucking phone. That's how ridiculous this shit is now, man. You
Hi,
know?
Monty.
So,
Sorry, Monty was getting no love, but you're
oh yeah,
right.
man. Hey, show some love to the panel, man. You gotta show some love to the panel.
I don't know. Is G asleep?
No, I'm texting the bitch. Sorry.
Oh. So what's Tony up to then? Oh wait, your ex. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Sorry, I've been quiet for 20 minutes. This is what you get.
Well, you know what? Being we're gonna be quiet for a second. Let me do a quick shout out. See if anybody new came in. See what they're saying in there. Oh, somebody shouted out Monty. MP wants to know what's up. Monty.
Peanut, and M&P. I gave both of them links.
Let's see. Stan's still out there. They're still doing their. Oh wait, let me see. I saw. Look like somebody new came in. Wang Bago Tang Bago. What's up?
Oh, that's my dog. Tango. What's up, brother? He's good, people.
Tango. Tango.
He was chilling with us last night. He's a good man.
Good deal. Good deal.
If you want a
Nice to see
link,
your new blood coming in somewhere.
a lot of new blood coming in. You want a link, Tango? Let me know, yo. Let me know.
Good deal. Good deal.
Stan needs to give us an update on what's happening up there in Canada with the change of their political offices. So, heard something about might get marijuana legalized up real quick if they had enough votes for it.
Oh, there's Peanut. Much love, brother. What's going on, man? What's up, Pete?
He was texting. I don't know if he's got a mic.
He was in with us last night.
Well, he's real low. Try refreshing, Peanut. I know
Mule,
I've got issues online.
How's that blade thing working out?
Oh fuck, dude! I love it.
Well,
I don't have to go, you know, the illegal route or the making my pistol into a rifle route.
Well, I still think it's different about it between a buttstock. It's this square area on the end of the thing.
Well, no, the whole thing. Okay, it's a lot thinner, and I should have done a side-by-side comparison. It's a lot thinner than the SB47. I might do an update video maybe. And when it folds, it's super thinner. You know what I mean? That extra space makes it. I mean, it folds nicely into your bag.
I say the back end of the thing is what, about a quarter inch wide or something?
No, it's in
3/8, quarter inch or something. So I mean,
something like that. It's a little
yeah.
bit thicker than a
So
pistol
you
tube.
take a regular buttstock. I mean, you maybe make it like 4 or 5 times wider, and for a regular buttstock, so it's like it's really
You know
kind of
what?
sneaking a stock in, isn't it?
It's about the width of a standard AR stock.
Yeah. It's pretty cool that they have a got approval to sell it. So
As a pistol brace, yeah, because you know what, fuck, whatever. Uh, it ain't one. It's a stock, right? It's a fucking thin plastic stock.
wearing a jacket or something, like a little padding, that wouldn't make any difference anyway. No, shooting
Yeah,
308 or
well, no,
something.
it folds up a lot thinner. It's makes a much nicer compact package.
Who makes that stock, Mule?
It's called KAK Industries. It's called the Shockwave
Right.
Blade.
Yeah, CAC or whatever it is.
Yeah.
They make muscle brakes.
Pre-Dawn Death did a video on it. I think one of the first videos I saw on it was from Big Daddy Hoffman.
Oh, yeah, good
Oh
job.
yeah.
You know, and everybody liked the Big Daddy. I know I like Big Daddy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I hope he's doing okay. I always enjoyed his shit.
Yeah, he seems to be doing pretty good. You know, I'm hip to. You want to hear a funny story about Big Daddy Hoffman? And he has nothing to do with it though. So I post the pictures on Facebook from my when my daughter had her homecoming, right? And it does the facial recognition thing, right? So it recognizes all my kids, and it recognizes me as Big Daddy Hoffman because we're friends on the Facebook.
Right.
And every one of my pictures that my face shows up on there, it calls me Big Daddy, and I have to correct it.
I'm just going to do a whopping invites, and I'm done with it for the night.
Right? So let's go, Peanut. I ain't seen you in forever, buddy. How you been? Can you talk, Peanut?
Peanut, what's up, man? Why can't we hear you?
Got a mouthful of peanut butter.
You got to refresh,
He's
Peanut.
eating. Oh, if you're eating, that's cool. I won't put you on the spot, brother.
Getting his peanut butter on, man.
So he's spitting out cracker crumbs.
Right. I'm hip to that. I was blowing out
I don't
everybody's
know why.
eardrums with.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been having some problems here. I've been trying to speak and stuff, and I don't know.
What's up,
Well,
Peanut? How you doing, bro?
Actually, just got finished that meeting about it, man. How's everything going? You? It's good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, Peanut.
And always, G, it's a great pleasure to see you too, man.
Always, brother. Always.
You know, I just want to stick this out here. You know, there's absolutely some great fucking people on here, including you guys. I mean, you are absolutely the bomb.
Good people, man. Good people.
I have a great deal of respect. I heard you say that last night, but I really do. I have a great deal of respect for you guys.
That's what we do, man. Good people stick together, right?
Absolutely.
Gotta be around positive people, like I told you last night, man. You can't be around negative energy and expect positive things to happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You been following up what's going on out there with Russia and Syria and all that shit?
Yeah, some. I'm a little bit here and there, G. You know, I'm all over the place. I've been checking on the fish dying out. The more hoaxes, the scoop shutting down, police police brutality. You know, I'm trying to be on top of a little bit of everything. You know. What happened? Everybody got quiet.
Is it just me, or every time you watch Fox News you get heartburn?
I was
Yeah.
typing. I'll be honest. I don't watch Fox News. I
I
don't.
don't know.
I don't watch NBC. I don't watch. I don't watch any of the network news any longer. I go find out my information for myself.
I have a tendency of noticing that Megyn Kelly has a tendency of pissing me off, man. She's beautiful and she's smart, but I swear to God, the things that she comes up with, like, girl, you just pissing me off.
And that's part of the reason why I stopped doing it, Mario, because my blood pressure was getting crazy every time I mean, when you want to shoot the television and you have a gun sitting in your hip, it gets fucking interesting. You know what I mean?
No shit, man.
So
It does.
I just gave it up, right? Because I gather more information through reading. It feels like at least more, yeah, more information rather than opinion through reading, and it's definitely saved my. I don't have to chew Tums like it's going out of style, you
Yeah.
know. Because some of the stupid shit people say on TV really makes you, you understood Elvis, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, no shit. But I don't know. Sometimes my daughters will be like, "Dad, why are you yelling at the TV?" I'm like, "Stupid Fox News!" Just get it to me, man.
That's my
But
wife. That's why my wife turned me on to yelling at the internet. Right? She's the one that talked me into doing videos, right? And yelling at instead of yelling at the kids in the TV, to yell at the computer, right?
right.
So I started doing rant videos, and then they evolved into this, the Green Dragon. And then I got burnt out kind of this year and been super busy. So, but it's just funny. This is the perfect medium for that kind of anger, you know.
Well, and to be honest with you, I feel that so many of us are kind of like quiet in the woodworks, and it's like we need to stop doing that. I think we need to start being more boisterous. We need to really just say what we feel, man. I mean, that's the whole point of having this country. What's the reason why we live in this country is because you know at least that's how we grew up. We grew up into thinking that, hey, we are the reason why we still have a United States.
We the people. When they talk about we the people, we're it.
Exactly.
you know.
Yeah.
And I agree with you 100%, man. I wish more people would get out and speak their mind and go out and protest and go out and do stuff and go out and get the change done that we know needs to be done. Then I wouldn't be screaming for revolution if people actually got the job done,
Uh-huh.
you know? But we've so abdicated, like I said, we've so looked for a big daddy. We so abdicated all of our responsibilities that we are now living a tyranny, you know?
Amen that, man.
You can't. I mean, you especially. You live in California, so not only are you under the federal tyranny, but you're also under your state tyranny, right? So
Yeah,
if
no
you're down
shit.
by the border and you're driving anywhere, they could stop you at any time, pull you over, take you out of your car, strip search you, even though you're.
Oh, no, no, no. All I can say is I actually live in a very conservative, very Republican county. So no, I don't think that's gonna happen here.
Good.
But
Orange County is one of the few. Riverside.
no, 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 no. I live in Kern
North.
County, man.
Oh, okay.
I live in the San Joaquin Valley, man.
Much better. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
much
you're.
better.
It's a little different, but if you know, like I do, if you're down by Sandy, you're fucked, right? If
Oh,
you're
San
anywhere along the
Diego,
Arizona.
LA. Oh yeah, dude. Don't get me started
Yeah.
with those fucking places.
Yeah, if you're rolling anywhere along the Arizona border or the Texas
Uh-huh.
border, and you're fucked, right? Anything within 100 miles, they say, and more,
Hmm.
because this is America. We do 350 and don't say shit, right?
Yeah.
And they'll yank out your car and treat you like you're, and they can do it anywhere. If they set up a DUI checkpoint to see if you're drinking, right? It doesn't
Uh-huh.
matter. They can stop you anywhere along the border. In California, they stop you coming in claiming to look for vegetables.
Yeah, no shit. That's
You
true.
know, and
Very true.
when you're rolling over the road, if your truck's too dirty, rolling into Cali, you're fucked.
Oh yeah, they stop fucking truckers all the time for that shit.
Yeah, so we don't live in the land of the free no more. But people still perceive us to. That's why we keep putting up with it. It's that slow boil. Everybody on the internet who's talking about who does see, and people in the meat world who see, all equate it the same way. We're all the fucking lobster or the frog in a slow boiling pot,
Hmm.
right? We're dying and we don't even realize it because the heat is to the point to where, you know, we're going to be going to war. World War III starting in the next couple of months.
Yeah.
And nobody
And,
wants to think about it, but we're going to default on all this fucking debt we got coming up here, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And something's got
I
to be
know I
done about
was saying the same thing. You know what? China, fuck you. I don't know you shit. How's that?
Oh,
That's what
I'm
I
hip
was
to that.
thinking. You know?
I'm hip to that for everybody. Tell the whole world to go fuck themselves. We're declaring bankruptcy and go from greenbacks to bluebacks. That's the only way we do a quick swap over. Have the mint print up money. Do away with the fucking Federal Reserve and run it on a fucking gold standard again. And then go steal all the goddamn gold in the world and kill everybody else. I don't give a shit. I'm tired of the fucking indecisive bullshit slow boil.
Yeah, it's just like us. We're the only ones that fucking follow the Geneva Convention, and I'm like, why? Nobody else gives a fuck about that goddamn document.
Well, in your war, yeah. You
Yeah,
know.
it's just like we're the ones that have to follow that shit. Nobody else follows that
Well, we
shit.
only we don't follow it either, except when we want to.
Yeah,
You know.
most definitely.
So I mean, that's the thing. At least with me, and I don't expect everybody to think like I do, but I understand that America is not perfect, right? I understand we do fucked up shit
Yeah,
all
we
the
do.
time, but I don't care. I live in America, and that glory flag is my flag, right? That's the one I was born under. I'm an American first, everything else second, right? So,
Mhm.
but I also accept all the fucked up shit we do, right? I know we made tons of enemies all over the fucking world, right? So I was never one
But
to
in
not
reality,
understand.
sometimes we make enemies because of a certain group of fuckheads that do it for everybody else.
Oh, no
You know,
doubt, no doubt,
I don't know.
right?
And
But
there are
I
certain
never
people that
looked at,
make decisions and they pretty much fuck the whole country for it. You
yeah,
know?
because they think they're the elite and they have the right to do it. And Hillary Clinton is one of those people with those attitudes. That's why there's no fucking way in hell I want her anywhere near
No way, dude. I mean,
that
seriously,
shit.
you say in a hearing what difference does it make? How about you show a picture of our ambassador getting cattle prod and shit? How about
Well,
you show
some of
that
the
shit?
see a lot of those problems come from the fact that we don't hire people who've been in the military anymore to be president. We
Yep.
ridicule them and degrade them enough to where they're we break them. The system breaks them,
Uh-huh.
right? And that's where you end up with McCain, right? So McCain, when he first started out, he wasn't as much of a suck up. He always had that suck up tendency, but he wasn't as bad. And then they
Hmm.
broke him, and now that's all he is a lapdog to whatever the powers that be tell him to do. And it's
Yeah.
damn
Yeah.
shame of it. And they're trying to do that with Jim Webb right now. Now I don't like a lot of Jim Webb's policies, but the dude was there on the ground in Vietnam, and he ended up staying in the system to become an admiral. So I think he should at least be listened to
Yeah, most definitely.
instead of being ridiculed like he was from what I read in that Democratic fucking in that in
Well,
that rat fucking
he
that
did
rat fuck they called.
he did say something that really made sense. I mean, when they started talking about the whole Second Amendment, he's the only one that actually stood up and said something.
That's what I'd heard, and I also heard that when they asked about the enemies, and most of them were trying to say it's the American people, basically. He was the only one saying, "No, I've seen a real enemy, and I knew what
Mhm.
he looked like, and I killed him."
Yeah.
So that earns my listening to your other ideas, even though I don't agree with you. Well, you're American, I'm going to listen anyway, but I'll listen to them a little better.
Yeah.
right?
Most
I'll
definitely.
pay attention instead of just knocking off once you say one thing stupid and going, you're an idiot.
Thanks for hanging, Brother Stolly. Have a good night, bro.
Kevin in, man.
Yeah, Stolly had to go. His head was fucking with him.
Hey, much love, bro. Sorry I didn't get to speak to you.
Yes, that's very true there, Fuzz. Definitely. You know what? Especially with this whole crap that's been going on in my state, I've been buying more ammo that I can think of. Yeah, I've been buying ammo. I'm like, fuck that shit.
Got to
And
start making friends across the
not,
border
not
in
not
Nevada.
only not only that, but I'm thinking of getting one of those laser light fucking things now, man. I'll just practice at home, not have to go to the range and shit. Cause I'm like, fuck that. Gotta save my
I
ammo.
still can't believe they're trying to do backgrounds on fucking ammo, dude.
How gay is that shit, bro?
That's really fucking insane.
Yeah, dude, that's like,
They are going to come after the guns any way they can. As we know, California is a test bed. If they can do it in Cali, they can do it in Connecticut, they can do it in Massachusetts, they can do it in New York, they can do it in New Jersey. You know, a good 15 states they can do it in, right?
hmm
And then it's the feds that I mean, if Hillary gets in, she'll just do it for the rest, right?
hmm and you know what really sucks, dude, is if Hillary gets gets elected, all these motherfuckers are gonna fold, dude. They're gonna start kissing ass and they're gonna start fucking doing what they want to do just so they can please her. Because if you thought it was bad being a black man or a black man being a president, what's the first woman gonna be? I mean, that's the fucking thing that she talked about in that Democratic election. Debate. Oh, I'm a woman, and as a woman, dude, shut up, bitch. We all know you're a woman.
Well, that's debatable on its face. I think it's just a
Yeah.
dude in drag.
I don't know, man. Well, damn. I didn't go there. You did.
Oh yeah, fuck that, man. I got no love for none of them, man. I got no love for none of them.
I
And
hear
if
you,
she's my
bro.
president, I'll talk shit to her face. I'll talk shit to her here in the American soil. But once we step outside of the borders, no shit
Mhm.
talking, right? But nobody get right. At least the current crop don't get that shit. Fucking Obama's over there fucking talking shit, apologizing and shit and all this kind of craziness. You
Yeah.
don't know. It's like you don't talk bad about your neighborhood, right? So
Right.
when you're in your neighborhood, you take care of the dumbass shit that goes on in your neighborhood. Once you step outside your neighborhood, your state, your country, whatever, you
Mhm.
got to have each other's backs. You got to stand for yours.
Mhm.
Well, that's the way it's supposed to be anyway.
It's all a hoax. Says I'm really surprised they haven't put a hazmat tax on ammo already. Oh, dude, don't give them fucking ideas.
Sorry,
They
guys.
tried that in Cali. Shit,
Yeah.
don't you guys only have steel ammo anyway?
Yeah, we can't have lead ammo.
Right. That's why you guys still get Tula and Wolf
It's
and
it,
shit
it's
like
gay
that.
as shit. Well, I don't mind Tula. It's fucking cheap as shit. I can buy a bunch of it, so I'm down with that.
Oh,
Yeah, I
hell,
like to.
that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Tula's
in some
Tula's not a
ways,
bad round at all, man. That's a good round. I shot the shit out of it. I use that for training instead of using my good American shit or
see,
my
I'm an AK guy. I just stock the fucking Tula. Fuck it.
yeah. It's Tula's a shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I've always wanted to get was an AK, and I want that and an SKS, man. I don't know, I love those. I love Russian weapons, man. They're fucking good. They're good weapons. That's one thing I've got to say about the Russians. Their shit is just simple and it's good. It's not as accurate
They're
as
like a
United
Glock.
States.
They just keep going. They
Yeah,
don't die.
they're not super accurate per se, but them motherfuckers will run, and you
Well,
can
for
shoot it with
everybody in the
anything.
BAM states, I always recommend an SKS. Just get an SKS. It's a
Yeah,
great
SKS is
all-around
the
rifle.
shit.
Is that you,
You're
Tony?
limited to 10 rounds, right? You
Yeah,
leave it stock. You use a 10-round fucking clip, and you're good to
yeah.
go.
Yeah,
You know,
but to be honest with you, I noticed the Yugoslavian SKSs are actually pretty fucking accurate.
and pretty fucking nice too, man. You see the
Yeah,
wood on those, man? Those are
yeah, damn, that's
nice
fucking
looking guns.
nice, bro. Those Chinese are fucking just garbage, bro. The same
No,
thing with the
Yeah, dude, they're
Romanians.
fucking
whatever you
Yeah,
overpriced.
the Romanians are garbage too, man. But those, I don't know. And did I say Romanians or I said no?
No,
Yeah, anyway,
The Romanian SKSs are nice. The Albanian SKSs are
yeah,
beautiful. But
Yeah.
but those new Yugos that've been, well, not new, but the Yugos that've been coming into the U.S. in the past 5 years,
Hmm.
those have been really nice guns,
Yeah.
really quality made, and just beautiful wood. I love the wood on those.
Yeah.
I gotta take this call.
We're gonna go to the after chat real soon. Here, do some shout outs. Let every before we go, Mario, we all do some shout outs. You can
Most
shout
definitely.
out to whoever you want, and I want to thank you, Mario, for coming on, brother. And
Oh,
you
thanks for
always got
having me.
you
I
always
really
got a
appreciate it.
you always got a store here, brother. Whenever you want.
No, I appreciate it, man. It's a good chat. Something I always like talking about is politics. And it's good. I think it's good. I'm glad there's a lot of good people here uh, that believe and feel the same way. But I just I really want to just give a shout out to everybody who supports the Second Amendment, man. Continue fighting the fight, guys. This thing is not over. It's going to continue to get worse. So, stock up on ammo like I'm doing. That's all I got, guys.
That's what
Thank
I
you so
tell
much.
people, Mario. Whenever you go out to the store, just buy a couple of boxes when you're out.
Oh
Just
yeah,
go
that's
here.
how I do it, man.
Box here, a box there, box here. That shit adds up, man.
Yeah, actually, I did a video that I just talk about that.
Really?
And yeah, yeah, that's how I was able to get a lot of my ammo, man. It's just, I don't mind spending. If I spend $20, it's nothing. It's like you
It's
get
well
two
worth it for
boxes.
sure.
Yeah, two boxes
Yep.
of fucking ammo, and you're good to go, man. It adds up.
Oh, and that's the beauty right now with the AK ammo. It's the tool is coming in at 40 rounds a box for $10. Out the door,
Damn.
man. I'm every time I'm seeing it, I'm picking up at least two, three, maybe four boxes at a time. Just every time I see it.
That's why I am with 22, man. When 22's out, dude, I buy bricks at a time, dude, and
I don't
shit.
even. That's the holy grail. I don't even look for 22 anymore. I
L-
haven't.
luckily, I
That's that.
about quite a few
Uh,
22.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
No, go ahead, buddy.
I was getting ready to say that's something where I'm having a hard time finding any kind of 22 ammo.
Hard to find.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just stick with the two main guns. Not I got plenty of 12 gauge, so I just stick it. Every time I go out, I pick up some 9 mil or some 7.62, 9 mil 7.62, 9 mil 7.62.
Yeah, and that's what I've been trying to do. Is just trying to keep it to just having maybe one or two calibers of everything. It makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, and
Mine
that's
is
been my philosophy. I looked at it like I never served, but I looked at their philosophy as being an intelligent one, right? Keep all your shit in the same calibers, right? One pistol
Yep.
caliber, one rifle caliber, one shotgun caliber, and
Yep.
then small
That's it.
game 22. You know,
Yep.
and that's the
all
way
right.
I roll.
Peanut, you want to do some shout outs before we roll? We're gonna go to the after chat. You want to do some shout outs before we roll?
Yeah. Actually, the only thing I want to do is say thank you guys very much for giving me the opportunity to hang with you guys. I really do appreciate it. Much love.
Much love, brother. Good to have you on, brother Jimmy.
Hey, yeah, just kind of a quick carry on the tradition of the Green Dragon. Have a segment. I don't know. We never named it, but it could be Science for Liberty. We were doing improvised with munitions. So I was researching powder cast bullets, and then somebody mentioned something about MEK as a solvent and to keep it away from your hydrogen peroxide. And then they never said any more about it. I go, why? So then I researched that you mix MEK, hydrogen peroxide, hydrochloric acid, it precipitates out this clear jelly-like substance. And put a little dab of it on the floor and hit it with a hammer. It blows up real nice.
Oh, so it makes a nice way, a little mixture of Semtex. Sweet.
Yep.
There you go. Sweet tip.
Well, anyway, thanks for everybody for coming out, and thanks G for opening the Dragon up. So it's good to
Oh,
have
absolutely,
everybody
brother.
here.
Absolutely, man. I'm happy Mio came on early and you came on and brother Mario came through, brother Peanut, Stolly. Go ahead, Skip.
Well, thanks for having me on, G. Thanks for sending me
Oh,
the
thanks for
link
coming,
quick there,
brother.
buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you for coming out. I know you're busy and
Well, no, it was good to be back in the Dragon. It's nice to come in and say hi.
Yeah, man, it was a good time, man. Like a lot of people digged it, and I'm happy you had some time. And it was definitely it's always a good time chatting with you, brother. You know that.
And some good conversations with Mario and with Kevin
Yes, sir.
and with you. Everybody else was kind of getting, couldn't get a word in edgewise when I'm in the Dragon sometimes. Nothing
Right.
changed.
That's why they want to crowd it. That's why I just wanted to have a nice low key night so we can all just chill and not everyone over talking and yelling and screaming, and people have an opportunity to talk.
And it was a good one. And I got to go pick up my kid from work. But
Perfect timing. Perfect timing. I'm going to have it open. I'm going to go to an after chat. It will be open.
Send a link over to my email.
This is the link, but I'll do it again. I mean, I already sent it to your Plus.
Okay, well, just to make sure so that way I can get back in.
Oh, yeah. I'll get you back in.
All right.
All right, brother.
Talk to you guys later. Nice talking to you, Mario. Been a long time. I think we talked once a couple of years ago.
Yeah, man.
See,
Thanks,
Peanut?
thanks so much, brother. Take care.
And aren't we friends on Facebook too?
I think so.
We are, yeah. Pretty sure we are. Anyway, talk to you guys later.
All right, man. Take care.
There, me.
Oh,
Hey, G, I want to take a time and bring this up. You asked me something back some time ago. I got all the paperwork on all this stuff and everything, just in case you think you may still be interested. I mean, you seem to be interested in it back some time ago. I'll kind of show you a little bit what it is here.
Hey.
If it's okay.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Peanut. What you got, brother?
All right. I hope you can see us. Can you see us all right, man?
You know we're still alive, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, anyway,
what is it?
This is a voice-activated mini recorder. It's got a SM card or whatever you call it, them little cards you put in it.
Okay.
You push a little button on it. You can attach it somewhere, walk off on it. You know, it's kind of high tech. Now, I bought this thing probably about 5 years ago, Mario, I'm sorry, and I never did get a chance to find out anything about it. But I want to proposition you, if you're interested, until you find out anything about it, you know, I'll send it to you. You check it out.
Yeah, Mario might be better. I don't really have a use for it.
Well,
but thank you.
Well,
but Mario or Jimmy or
what's going on?
No, we'll talk in the just hold tight, Peanut. We'll talk in the after chat, brother.
Okay, Joe. Okay.
Just hold tight. Hold tight. Just don't go nowhere.
All right.
I want to make some shout outs and then we'll go to the after chat, all right?
Sounds good, man.
All right. Shout outs to everybody who came out. I'm not going to go back and holler at all the names, but you all know who you are. Shout outs to the fucking Green Dragon, Brother Red, Brother Mule, Kansas, hope you get well, buddy. Brother Sting, I hope you're doing good. Tony Tone, I don't know where the fuck you at. Probably fucking drowned in some water or something, but I'll see you in a little bit. Brother Mario, always a pleasure to have you, my brother. Hope to see you again.
Oh, you will, sir. Thank you.
On the next round. Shout outs to the Jamie Time crew, Brother Johnny, Sister Dish, Boss Lady, Brother Mikey D, TR, the whole crew. And we're out. Peace.
Yeah, good night.